No injustice lasts forever. Linda, hello, awesome vegan people. Hello, salad folk girl. Hello, everyone. Uh, we're here. We're cool, and we're gonna have some conversations today, everyone. You best believe it. The conversations. It's not really too shady, but it's good enough, and we'll see where it goes. Vegan Future is right here. They're doing their own thing, so you know. It's gonna be interesting. Anya is also gonna join us, so B12 Baby is also gonna join us, and we're gonna be having some conversations. And today I'm feeling spicy, man. Today I'm feeling like really spicy. I'm feeling like I wanna spice things up a little bit. I'm like, how dare you? How dare you? That's the question, huh? Can I ask you something? And the question we'll be asking is, how dare you? A lot of Ike is also here, so I don't know. We'll just be trying all sorts of cool things today. Okay, I put the signs. I'm holding my sign that says, "Can I ask you something?" Let's go to work. Hello, Draculum. Hello, Martin. Hello, Moodle. Hello, TikTok. Remember to hit that like, everyone. Just double tap that screen. Right? If you see me, you gotta double tap. That's it. You see the sign, you're like, "Can I ask you something?" You're like, double tap, and you'll be asked something. If not, you won't be double tapping. It's not a lot of people here, but it's the only shady place, so we'll do our best. Worst case scenario, move in the sun. Alexandra's here. Alexandra, hi, you want to have a conversation?
Yeah, sure.
How old are you?
I'm 18.
18? Are you okay being live on TikTok and YouTube?
Guess so. Hi, guys.
Okay, let me put this here. This here.
Oh.
You wanna come a little bit behind? Yeah, that's it. You're perfect. What's your name?
Bruno.
Bruno. I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. Bruno, that's a good name, huh? Just like the Disney movie.
Yeah.
Nice.
I get
nice.
that a lot.
Where are you from, Bruno?
Brazil.
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 Love it, love it. Bruno, I'm an animal rights activist, and I'm here to speak up for animals. How do you feel about animals?
I feel I feel like they're one of the most important parts of like not only like society but the world in general.
Yeah.
Even those that are like extra like the human presence, they're also very important. So yeah, they're pretty important.
How should we treat animals? Should we treat them like objects, or should we treat them like individuals?
That's a biased question, but
Biased question.
because when you say like objects, talk as if there's no middle term. I think there is. We should treat them closer to humans.
Well, no, I said individuals, right?
Yeah, like, not humans, like closer to like they're individuals.
They are, right? Like they have personalities.
Yeah, they have personalities
their own-
and tastes and like lots of things. So like yeah, individuals. But I think that if we had to prioritize either a human life or an animal life, I think
Or a non-human life.
or a non-human life, yeah, I think we should prioritize human because we have our human bias because we are human, you know.
Okay. What about if you had to prioritize an animal life versus nothing? Like,
Yeah, I mean, yes.
is it moral to kill animals?
It depends on the context, I think.
If there is no necessity behind it, is it moral?
The thing is, define necessity.
There is an alternative to it.
I mean, yes, but the alternative has to be like really good and it has to fulfill every part of the
Yeah.
consequences of killing those animals.
Yeah.
You know, it has to be really good to work and to like convince people to join.
Sure.
You know.
So if there's an alternative, is it wrong to? Is it just? Can you say it's ever moral to unalive an innocent animal?
If there's a really good alternative, if it's like cheaper,
Whoa,
better.
wait. An alternative means roughly the same, right? It doesn't have to
Roughly
be
the same.
cheaper. Like it doesn't have to be cheaper or better. It can be just as good and just as.
Yeah, just
pricey.
if it's just as good or even better, I think
Yeah.
if it's better, it's gonna convince more people.
Yeah.
But if it's like just the same, yeah, no problem. I think people would change with time because like the whole practice of consuming animals is really ingrained in our society. You know.
Okay. Okay. So do you think we need to consume animal products?
I think there's still lots of benefits to consuming animals, but I don't think it's the most sustainable practice.
Do we have alternatives for consuming animal products?
I don't think like as good.
Oh, definitely.
Health wise.
Oh, better, yeah,
Like
health-wise.
oh, yeah, because of the whole protein thing. It's a great
Yeah, a
source
lot
of
more
protein
protein from plant products indeed.
from plant
A
products.
lot more, yes.
Really?
Soy chunks are 50% protein. There's no animal product that is 50% protein.
Yeah, but soy destroys the soil. I'm Brazilian. I would know.
Oh, but
It,
if soy destroys the soil, then you shouldn't want to consume animal products because most of the soy we grow to feed to the animals.
true.
So
Yeah,
if
good
soy,
point.
so then you shouldn't have a problem with soy
But
chunks. You should have a
but
problem
like
with
the
animal.
production of soy-based. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. I was gonna say something, but I don't want to sound ignorant. So yeah, you're probably
Well,
right.
either way, right? Like the soy again. Like if most of the soy is used, like if for example, 100 grams of soy. Let's just hypothetically speaking, 100 grams of soy provides you with 50 grams of protein, and if instead of that 100 grams of soy you feed it to an animal and that provides you with 10 grams of protein, then I'm assuming that it's
Yeah, no,
better.
it's more
To,
efficient. It's
yeah,
more
it's more
efficient.
efficient, right?
But
But either way, what about the animals' rights, right? Like,
no,
shouldn't we consider their well-being, what they want out of this? Is
sure,
it really okay to exploit and slaughter them for something we don't need?
sure. I think that most people agree with like we should treat animals well. That's why foods like foie gras in France are like being prohibited around the world because it's like basically torture. I think people have that in mind, but it's such a part of our social and cultural part that I think it's really hard to give up.
What about you? How do you feel about this?
I feel like I eat a lot of vegetarian products, even though I'm not vegetarian. Um, but I eat a lot, and most of the places that I eat don't have meat. But I think it's still a part of our culture, and it's really hard to get rid of that. In Brazil, we have lots of barbecues, and my birthday, my 18th birthday, it was a barbecue, and we had lots of meat,
But
of
can you
course.
choose something else?
But we had also like I think the word is aubergines. And I don't know eggplant. I think it's eggplants and
But can
corn.
you choose something else so that you don't kill animals? Because it's not like about what you put in your mouth, right? You have
Yeah.
alternatives to put in your mouth. It's about
Yeah.
the innocent animals who get exploited.
I'll
to
say
death.
it in Brazil.
Yeah.
In Brazil, it's way more expensive to buy.
It's cheaper everywhere around the world. Soy chunks are cheaper than in
Yeah,
everywhere.
soy chunks. Okay.
Yeah.
But like those veggie burgers or things like that.
So don't buy those. How is it justified to kill an innocent animal just to buy a burger? Like, do you think it's justified? Like, for taste pleasure, it justifies killing an innocent animal?
Huh.
Right? Like, do you think just because we get pleasure out of it, like, we can somehow say my 10 minutes of pleasure means more than your whole existence?
Huh. I mean, yeah, I guess you're right, but it's still a really hard transition to make on a like a societal level. That's I think
But we're
that's
not responsible for what society does. We're only responsible for what we do, right? And in order to achieve a societal level transition, we should at least ourselves transition and no longer exploit innocent animals, right?
yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But I think eh, where I'm from, I do my part, which is like reduce at least like meat, like chicken meat or like cow meat. I eat lots of eggs and cheese,
Which is torture
better.
for the animals.
Yeah, I know it's torture, but it's like slightly better. I think.
No, it's actually worse. It's torture for the animals.
Why is it worse?
So why does a cow make milk?
Yeah, has get pregnant, so yeah, it makes sense.
So farmers forcefully impregnate them. They take away their babies. They kill the male babies, and they kill them when they can no longer make babies. And they do this repeatedly, year over year over year. Like I would say, I would rather somebody kill me instead of repeatedly impregnating me, taking my babies away from me, so inflicting so much emotional damage on me before inflicting just emotional, like pain directly and killing me, right?
Huh.
They're all messed up, like all animal agriculture. Like it's hard to say, right? Like I can't say which one is better, which one is worse. Reality is they're all really bad for the animals, and we can always choose something else. That's just it. On our side, no matter what difficulty we have, oh, I have to go to a different store. Oh, I have to eat less of this. Oh, I have to eat less of that. It's difficult to change because I'm used to it. Like imagine what's on their side when we pick their product. Like which one do you think has more difficulty?
No, interesting. Good point. Good point. It's for us, it's an inconvenience. For them, it's a life or death thing.
Very well put. I like that. I'm gonna steal that. That's a very well
Don't
put.
worry.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good one.
No, yeah, I guess. I'll guess I'll search for more like vegan and it's vegan. That's the right term, right?
Yeah.
So vegan alternatives in
Because
Brazil.
veganism is just not just about food, right? Because we also kill animals for clothing, for entertainment. We essentially see animals as as not even individuals, but as things. That's why I start with this question, because we think we can just take from them because we have power to do so, and we think, hey, as long as I give you a little bit of something so that I don't feel bad about taking from you, it's all good, right? Oh, I'll give you a little bit of space. Oh, I'll give you some food. Then now it's justified for me to take away whatever I want from you.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
That I heard that somewhere,
Yeah.
and I really want to ask someone that's like really into the movement. Um, is honey vegan?
No.
Why not?
So for honey, they first of all they forcefully impregnate the queen bees. So they actually the male bees, they have to squeeze them until they die to get the sperm out of them, and then they forcefully impregnate the queen bees. They cut off their wings so that they don't leave the hive, and obviously in a lot of situations during the winter they kill the bees because they don't produce anything. So, and also because it's exploitation. Being vegan just means against the exploitation of non-human animals.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
But
No,
we do a lot of fucked up things to bees also.
Yeah, yeah.
It's insane how like we think that bees for some reason is just like something that doesn't hurt, but in fact it is very, very bad.
Yeah.
Let me give you a card. Maybe you look into it a little bit more and you learn. There's a speech here called the most important speech you'll ever hear. Can you give that a watch?
Yeah, sure.
Can you do this just for like I know you're with all family, so see how if you can maybe watch it with your family, but
I have a train to catch today. I'm going to Paris, so yeah, I'll watch during that.
until you watch it, you can choose to not consume any animal products. Maybe get something plant-based. Amsterdam is an amazing place to get some
Sure.
plant-based options. I appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man.
Have a good
Great
one.
space for debate.
Yeah, you have my YouTube channel there if you want to listen to the conversation
Oh,
back.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Have a good one. Hey, you wanna have a conversation? It's about animals.
Hello.
You wanna join? Not on the hug, just on the conversation. What's your name?
Saksham.
Saksham?
Yeah.
I'm Chip, nice to meet you. Saksham, we are animal rights activists. We're here to speak up for animals. How do you feel about animals?
Good.
Good?
I love animals,
Yeah. How should we treat animals? Should we treat them like individuals? Should we treat them like objects? How should we treat them?
Not as objects, definitely.
Not
They're
as
alive,
objects.
right?
Yeah. So for instance, if I have a dog and I give them an excellent life, belly rubs and everything that they need, do you think it's justified for me to take away their existence afterwards if I want to use their body as a punching bag?
No.
No.
Why would you do that?
Why would I unalive a dog? Because I need to work out, and the best way to work out is to use them as a punching bag.
No.
So it's
Yeah,
not
no,
it's not
yeah.
justified. Okay. Would it be justified if we do it to another animal?
No. I don't
No.
think so.
No. Okay. What about if we do it for food? Do you think that's justified?
You're still benefiting but in a different way.
Yeah.
So it's suddenly a hard question.
I'm sorry.
You don't have to
struggle-
predict the answers, by the way. We're not here to make you
Yeah,
look
no,
bad.
no,
We're not here to
yeah,
do
but
put gotchas.
this is something I'm struggling with because I'm a non-vegetarian and
Yeah.
I love non-vegetarian food, but this is something I'm struggling with myself.
Yeah.
So I have to. I don't think I
Put
can
that
say
on the
anything.
side, though, right? Like, put that on the side. Do you think, like, when the animal gets put in a position where we take away their whole existence, do you think it's fair if we do that for something that we don't actually need? Whatever that something is, right? Because it could be a leather belt, or it could be a food, right? If we can get our nutrition, if we can get food satisfaction, if we can get a belt without doing this to them, is it justified to do this to them?
I think. See, it's like I would say, it's like I would say, of course, for the leather belt, no, but but I'm unable to get myself to say that for the food you shouldn't do that because I don't know why I do it. So
Maybe because you've always done it.
yeah, of course, that's one reason. Yeah, of course.
Like, would you have a problem unaliving dogs for food? In the same situation, by the way, not in a situation where you need to, but like in a situation where you have other options.
I think it's a, yeah, I would have a problem. I think even with the food that I eat, like chicken and all, I think, when you say it like that, it's like, because I feel like the reason is that I'm disconnected from the act of the animal losing their life to where it gets served to me. There's a disconnect, there's a gap between that. So there's, because I don't see it enough.
Do you want to see
I
what they
feel-
go through?
Like right now?
Yeah, I have a card. I have a
Grab it.
magazine. I'll put it in your hand.
Because normally we don't
You're welcome to
get to see that.
to look at it, look through it at your own discretion. I mean, the wind is kind of a dick, and it kind of opens it up. This is for dairy, by the way, for milk. We put a number in there. It's pretty hard to watch, huh? Are you okay?
I feel weird.
Are you okay? How do you feel after you watch these kind of things?
I don't know.
It's hard, huh? There's an internal contradiction, am I to understand, within you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lack of clarity.
Yeah. But like, if
Because
you put
I
us,
don't know how I feel about that. I mean, of course, I don't like it, but I do it. Right?
put aside the fact that you would need to change. Put aside the fact that maybe you enjoy those products, and just think about what these animals go through. Do you think what's happening to them is fair? That's the first question you gotta ask yourself.
I think it's pretty sad.
It's pretty sad, huh?
Yeah, especially like when they're bred for this, and they spend their like the chickens spend their whole life in the cages and all.
Yeah, and they're brought into existence for this purpose, right? Like their whole existence is their whole existence is all they know is being put around some of their people, some of their friends, some of their other individuals that they know, and they all go away at times, and then they also go away. They don't even get to live past maturity because once an animal grows to its maximum weight, there's no need to keep them alive anymore. So it's a hard life they have, right? It's a hard life they have, and now. I understand you enjoy these products. I understand you get some form of pleasure from them. But believe me, both of us have been vegan for a while. We both enjoy our food a lot, and there's so many alternatives. Do you really think that you couldn't get food satisfaction from the alternatives, from being plant-based? Obviously, and nutrition, right? Like not just food satisfaction and nutrition.
Nutrition is fine. I think nutrition you'll be able to get. Food satisfaction also I think you'll be able to get.
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of getting used to it and also just making up your mind.
Yeah.
I think making up the mind is the hard part. Because
Well, who do you want to be to these animals? Do you want to be their oppressor, or do you want to be the one who says no to them? If you want, I can put an analogy. So if you're walking down the street and you're seeing somebody kicking a dog, are you the one who's going out there and helping them kick the dog? Are you the one who's walking by doing nothing? Or are you the one who's intervening and saying, no, please stop?
in this analogy I'd like to be the one who stops, yeah.
Yeah. So the whole idea is that if you're not vegan, you're the one who's joining them on kicking the dog, right? Because you're just essentially you're seeing somebody enjoy their food. You're like, well, I'll enjoy my food because, and in that process, we're not kicking an animal. We're doing far worse. We're killing them. If you're vegan, you just walk on by, do nothing, and if you're an activist, you go there and say something. Please stop, right? So it sounds like you do have not just vegan values but activist values. It's just difficult for you to put them out there.
Not just put them out there. I have to think about it. I have to. Yeah, I mean, as I told you, this is something that I've already, maybe like already sort of struggling with. I would say,
Yeah.
already contemplating a lot.
That's a hard one, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to like say something and then not mean it. You know, that's
Yeah.
why I don't want to say like, yeah, I want to stop it all, and then have some.
But you already
conversation,
said
yeah.
something, which you do mean. You don't want to be their oppressor,
Yeah, of course, but
right? So it's from that to you want to stop. Somehow there's something there that's not allowing you to stop.
yeah,
And
but I have to explore that, right? I can't force it out, right?
you have to explore for sure, and that's obviously up to you to do. But do you think that while you choose to explore, while you're doing this whole exploration, you should not create more victims on this process?
I think that's possible. I can think of that.
You
Yeah.
think you can do that? Okay. Let me give you a card then. It will help you with exploring. The minion shows you exactly what animals go through, which is what you saw in there. If you cannot watch that, the most important speech you'll ever hear just speaks about it. So you learn about dairy, you learn about eggs, you learn about honey. Whatever works for you. Can you watch one of those?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
And until then, don't consume any animal products.
I'll think of that as well. I'm just going to the park to meditate. I will meditate on this.
Please do what's best. You seem like a nice person. Don't let these systems that you were brought in make you not a
I'm sorry.
nice person.
I don't usually promise things that I don't genuinely, strongly
Yeah.
intend to keep. So that's why I'm not saying these things. But
Just you saw what's in there. This is what you
I
pay for
understand.
when you buy animal
I understand.
products.
I'll
Okay.
I'll contemplate on this.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, don't make the promise to us, but to these
Yeah.
animals.
Exactly. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Hello. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got here, no?
Yeah, I got here like a little bit earlier. There's Vegan Future also. You saw some of them. They went that direction.
So what are they doing?
They're doing their own experiment thing. I don't know which one it is today because they always have more experiments. Hello everyone, double tap that screen if you're enjoying this. If you're not enjoying this, still double tap that screen.
Hello, fella.
Hey Felek. Last two guys were seriously thinking instead of trying to debate. Yeah, I did feel that way, yeah. He really was thinking hard about the questions. I think like he was thinking hard to not incriminate himself or something.
I think he's vegan now. I honestly think that.
But if animal protein weren't necessary, I
Thank you,
wouldn't be.
Martin.
I would be wholly vegan forever. Yeah, it's not necessary. You can thrive on a plant-based diet, and you can get all the protein you want. You'll always type weird stuff in chat, so why not? Okay, weird stuff in chat.
Hey! Alex is here.
Alexandra's here. I know. I was already super happy Alexandra's here. Hello, Alexandra.
Can I have your sunscreen?
Yes.
Your reaction time is slower.
B12 told you it's gonna be a quick. Necessary minerals and compounds. You will always have to supplement with B12. Well, I always have to supplement with B12 regardless. I actually, even when I wasn't vegan anymore, while I was consuming animal products, I had the B12 deficiency. So the B12 deficiency thing is not coming from you consuming or not consuming animal products. In fact, the reason why animals get B12 is because they don't produce it themselves. I mean, cows do if they're fed cobalt, but a lot of the time the soil is depleted in cobalt, so cows are fed the cobalt supplement and the other animals are fed the cobalamin, which is B12 supplement directly. So really when you're consuming animal products, you're really consuming a supplement yourself anyway, it's just secondhand. So why exactly would you force an innocent animal into a slaughterhouse, have them throat being cut, being treated like an object, essentially tortured? Why? Why would you do that? You can get it. You can get all the nutrients you want from a plant-based diet.
Directly?
Yeah, just get it directly.
Why make it complicated?
Exactly. I don't. I was vegan. Different animals synthesize and metabolize animals differently. Well, instead of saying I was vegan, if you did say that you were on a plant-based diet, I'm assuming, because being a vegan just means you respect the rights of animals. You can't say I used to respect the rights of animals. Hello, Mr. Sohanovic. Huh? They went, I think, in front of the museum. Okay.
Hi, good to see you again.
A lot of cool activities.
I was just gonna ask him if he has prizes for people today. I guess we're not doing that.
Okay.
Thank you so much to everybody who subscribes to my YouTube channel. It is over 50 people at this point, so I will be able to.
You can thank David for that, by the way. David
Yes,
put you in the channel.
I
where
know.
He,
Is he here?
I don't know. I don't think
Okay,
he's here.
thank you so much, David, and everyone else who subscribed, because I can live stream now. So I could be live streaming right now, like right this moment, actually.
Yeah, you could.
But yeah, very happy. It happened so fast. So
Well, we could have set it up in a way that we were streamed half on mine and half on yours
we
afterwards.
could do that, like a test drive.
Yeah. Subbed to B12 Babe. Nice, Jake Lagatare. Nice.
Thank you.
That's some serious scratches. Who's got scratches? You got scratches?
I'm putting sunscreen on. I don't know. Putting
Veganism equals malnutrition. No, veganism equals respecting the rights of animals. I think what you meant to say is plant-based equals malnutrition, and that's also not true because we have empirical data saying the opposite. The largest organizations of nutritionists and dietitians on the planet, who is in no way a vegan or vegetarian organization, have made a statement that plant-based diet is suitable for all ages and stages of life. So, no, all these anti-scientific claims, they bear no weight on
So
what?
if you are pro-science, you should be vegan.
Yeah, you're anti-human. Well, actually, no. Being vegan means being more pro-human than not being vegan, because when you're vegan, you not only respect the rights of animals, but you respect the rights of more humans in the process. For example, humans who work in slaughterhouses, they're
Extremely depressed people.
extremely depressed people, suffer from PTSD, high rates of injuries, and they don't get paid off. Let's see what other humans suffers in this process. Farmers themselves, they're a lot of time they're put under the truck by these big industries because they don't really make a lot of money. Farmers don't have a lot of margin for profit. In fact, they have a very small margin for profit. Literally, and the humans who consume the animal products, because you yourself, it's detrimental to you, because when it comes to your health, white meat above 100 grams per day increases your chances of gastrointestinal cancer, and red meat your chances of colorectal cancer. So I don't get it. Like, what's there to benefit from it?
Don't do it to yourself.
Yeah, and what society would you rather live in? One where we treat animals as individuals, where we give them rights and we treat them with just decency, or one where we treat them like objects simply because we have power over them to do so? Really, should we really do you really want to live in a society where the powerful have the right to oppress the powerless? Because I don't want to live in that society, so that's another reason why I should be vegan. On top of the sheer injustice that we're doing by oppressing all these animals. So no.
No thanks. The music is kind of annoying.
The music is kind of
It wasn't
annoying.
here before, was it? Like last
It was
time?
always here, this music.
No way.
They always have it. You want to have a conversation with us?
Sure.
Are you okay being live on YouTube and TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to come here so that I interview you? You want to start it?
What's your name?
Emma,
Where are you from?
the UK.
Oh, just visiting Amsterdam?
Yeah, we came to see Luke Holmes.
Sounds good. How do you like it?
It's great. It's lovely, lovely people, lovely place.
I love your glasses with the rainbow.
Oh, thank you. They're Elton John.
Yeah.
Very cute. So we are here talking to people about animals.
Okay.
Opinion on the animals. How do you feel about them?
Love them.
That's what everyone says.
They do. Indeed.
yeah. Okay. Do you have or do you live with any animals at home?
I have a cat.
What's their name?
Paul.
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 Okay.
Adorable. So, how do you feel about the cats? Do you consider them an individual or rather like an object? Family member or just a thing at home?
Probably a family member.
So, what do you base that on?
They're just there all the time. They're just part of it.
Yeah.
Part of your house.
Sounds good. So, how would you feel if someone was to exploit the cat? Do you know the definition of the word exploit?
Not particularly.
Do you want to define it?
Sure. It means to treat somebody unfairly,
Okay.
or you could say to use them as a means to an end. So, for example, I need to mop the floor. I take your cat, smash it on the ground, and wipe the floor with her.
Okay.
With him, sorry.
Would you be okay with it?
No.
No, okay. What would be the problem if I choose to kill your cat and use them as a mop?
Really has feelings.
He has feelings. Okay. But I do need to wipe the floor because it's dirty. I can't sit on the
something
dirty
else?
floor. Okay. Is it safe to assume that if we have an alternative, it's wrong to harm an animal?
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah. If we turn it around and we think, do you think when we think about cows, chickens, pigs, sheep, goats, do you think we have alternatives for all the products that we get
Yeah.
out of what we do to them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think what we do to them is in line with exploitation, which means we're using them as a means to an end?
To an extent, yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it's fair towards them that we do this to them?
No.
No. So we're treating them unfairly. We're using them as a means to an end. And I'm assuming you would be against it then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
Now, the question is, what is it about the cat that protects the cat from that kind of treatment? And what is it about the pigs that makes it suddenly okay for people to use them?
I suppose in the grand scheme, it's probably the way people have domesticated some animals and not others.
yeah.
Is that really something that makes it just to do to the pigs?
No.
No. What do you think your responsibility is in the matter?
I'm not really sure.
Are you sure? Do you consume animal products?
Yeah, probably would, yeah.
Do you think when you do that, you are responsible for what happens to the animals for that product?
I suppose you could say in a sense.
In a sense, yeah. I mean, if you give money to them, do you think that maybe when you give money to an animal product, you're telling the farmer, do more of whatever it is that you did to that animal so that I can get the product?
Yeah, but I think there's a kind of bigger debate. You have to think of the agricultural impact if you don't do that.
And what would be the impact if we don't support animal agriculture anymore?
Well, then there would be lots of farms and lands out of business.
There would be what would happen to them?
So there'd be loads of farmers out of business. There'd be land that would be utilised the same.
Could they get another job?
We probably could,
Yeah. So then,
but
well,
it's years and years of their culture and their lifestyle as
But-
well, I suppose.
does really somebody having a job justify keeping an injustice alive?
Not necessarily, but I do think there's a bigger debate, and you have to kind of look at both sides of the coin.
What exactly is the bigger picture? So animals are exploited to death. You say they have a job in doing so, sure, but we had other forms of exploitation throughout our human history, like slavery, and there were several jobs within that industry.
Yeah.
And we didn't say, well, wait a minute, don't abolish slavery because there's people having jobs from it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. But
When
I think there is a massive debate, and I suppose it's a lot about what individuals believe and what they stand by. And there is a lot more humane ways now of getting animal products.
Like what? Explain to me. What would be a compassionate and benevolent way, which is what humane means, compassionate and benevolent? What would be a compassionate and benevolent way to kill an innocent animal that doesn't want to die?
I don't know, I don't work in that industry, so
You don't work in that industry?
I wouldn't be able to give an opinion on it.
What if I told you that there is absolutely no compassionate and benevolent way to cut the throat of somebody who doesn't want to die?
But they don't cut their throats, they bolt them, do they not?
Yeah, well, to shoot somebody in the head that doesn't want to die.
I wouldn't say it's compassionate at all.
Yeah, it's not, right?
I don't
Correct.
Think I don't think I'm educated enough to really.
All you need to know
Comment
is
on
that
it?
they get killed, right? That's
Yeah.
enough for you to know, right? And all we need to know that it cannot possibly be compassionate and benevolent to kill somebody when they don't want to die, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and that applies to all animals also, right?
yeah.
Okay, so then that means if you know that behind any animal product an innocent animal gets killed, then shouldn't that inherently imply that you shouldn't consume animal products?
How would you justify it?
I wouldn't justify because I don't know enough about it, though. That's what I'm saying. I don't know the backgrounds, the ins, the outs, the policies, the procedures. I don't know enough about it to comment on what.
Would you like to see what animals go through?
No, not really. No.
Okay.
Doesn't it say something about your morals then? Because we know for a fact that you are responsible for these things happening to the animals, but at the same time you're not willing to take a look. Why do you think that is?
It's just not something I would see personally.
Because
I just don't.
probably makes you uncomfortable in a way?
Probably.
Yeah. obviously there's always going to be blood involved. Well, death basically.
Yeah.
When the animals get exploited, they also get murdered at the end of the day. So
Maybe the discomfort is coming from you knowing that what's happening to them is unfair.
Could be.
Could it be?
Yeah.
Do you think you need to change?
I think changes always need to be made.
Okay. Do
Things
you think
can
you
evolve
need to
and adapt.
change?
Not particularly.
No. Do you think you should continue abusing animals?
I don't abuse animals.
You pay somebody to abuse them in your name.
You didn't ask me if I eat meat or anything along those lines.
Do you eat meat? I asked you if you consume animal products, right? You said you do consume animal products.
if you didn't, you would also probably let us know.
Yeah.
I mean, I do eat meat products. I don't eat dairy products and anything along those lines.
Okay. So you do eat meat. You do. I'm assuming when you say you don't eat dairy, you don't eat milk or cheese, but you do eat products that contain dairy substitutes like butter or anything like that. Why is that?
I'm lactose intolerant.
Oh, okay, because of lactose intolerance. But there's lactose-free dairy also, right? And there's lactose-free products.
Yeah, I'm just not a massive fan of it.
Okay, that's fine. But the reason why so obviously when it comes to your health and your health concerns and whatever it is that you want to do, we're not here to judge that, right? I don't care about you, what you want to put in your mouth, what you want to do in your day-to-day. I only care when you make these choices that affect others, right? Because freedom of choice stops when you're infringing on the rights of somebody else, right? I don't have the freedom to abuse women simply because I can. I just don't have that freedom. You shouldn't have the freedom to abuse animals simply because you can. See, this is what we're saying.
Yeah.
And right now, you're exercising that freedom by buying animal products, which maybe they're eggs, maybe they're leather, maybe they're meat. And those animal products, when you buy those, you exercise this freedom to abuse the animals because you pay for somebody to abuse the animals so that they can make those products. Do you think you should choose something else?
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially, yeah. Do you think you should be vegan?
Potentially.
Potentially. Okay. Why potentially and not yes?
Because I would need to kind of, as I said before, I'm not educated enough for it to kind of make a comment at this point.
Sure, that's fair enough. We'll give you some resources so that you educate yourself. Do you think until you educate yourself, you have the responsibility to no longer oppress any animals?
No.
No? So, just to be clear, we're explaining to you that what you're doing is violating the rights of other sentient beings, other individuals, other animals who feel, who have emotions, who think just like you, who dream, who want to live past tomorrow. And we're asking you to leave them alone until you make a decision whether you should continue abusing them or not. And whether until you educate yourself, and you're saying, while I educate myself, I'm still gonna violate the rights of some? I'm still gonna abuse some?
I suppose, yeah. That's, yeah.
Okay. Would that be fair if you were in their position?
No.
No. Okay. So you are acting unfairly when you're doing that.
Sure.
Okay. Do you want to be an unfair person? Is that it?
No.
No. Okay. It just feels like you're giving non-concrete answers. It just feels like you're. Do you feel incriminated? Well, what's happening
No.
here?
I just wanted to know what you were doing, and I thought I would come over and ask.
Yeah, we're here to fight for the rights of animals. We're here to try and, partly hold people accountable because you're accountable for what's happening to them,
which is completely
and partly help
ridiculous.
them change, right? And you right now have been held accountable, but you're saying, I don't know if I want to change. I need to inform myself. I'm pretty sure that if we didn't give you resources, you wouldn't inform yourself on anything. And all I want is a little bit of a commitment that you no longer oppress innocent individuals, because at the end of the day, you can do whatever you want. You can live your life without oppressing individuals, be perfectly healthy, perfectly happy, right? For you, it's just a little bit inconvenient. For them, it's life and death. So all I'm asking is you put into balance this idea of a little bit of inconvenience with death towards an individual. Do you really think a little bit of inconvenience justifies killing an individual?
No.
So then doesn't that mean that you should automatically, while you're researching, from now on no longer oppress any individual?
Sure.
Okay.
Potentially.
Potentially. Sorry, I'm on my holiday. I just wanted to see what you were doing.
Sure, I'll give you a card. There's a documentary here called Dominion. Do you think you could give that a watch?
Yeah.
Until
I'll
you watch
absolutely
that, can you choose to no longer consume animal products?
I can do my best.
Okay, have a good one. I hope life treats you like you treat animals.
Potentially.
Fuck.
Very weak character.
Yeah.
Ooh.
She gave up, yeah.
Oh no, she had to think about her morals. On her vacation as well.
On your vacation? Well, if you can't abuse animals on your vacation, what kind of vacation is that even?
A little vacation from morals. Oh, yeah, she also had like a very intense accent.
Will do, Alexandra. They're two-faced.
The
Dare-
non-vegans, yes, extremely.
Yeah, and also I think you mean they apostrophe re. That's the correct form. The verb the pronoun that you use is just a pronoun reflecting a certain direction there. So that's there. The
English
tech you use,
lesson.
the clothes you're wearing. Wait a minute. The text you use, the clothes you're wearing, that microphone, all made in sweatshops. Show me the proof.
Let's go kill a cow right
No,
now.
no, show me the proof that it's made in sweatshops. And even if it were, how does that justify you violating the rights of innocent animals? Oh, that's right, it doesn't. That's called an appeal to hypocrisy. It's a logical fallacy, dear girl. Maybe educate yourself a little bit.
Let's go.
Are you guys okay being live on YouTube and TikTok?
What's the question?
Second.
It's about the animals.
Ooh,
You wanna come here, Dr.
yeah.
Nice. What's your name?
Julian.
Julian, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Nice. Sorry, the football shouldn't fall, but like we're good.
Where are you from, Julian?
Here from Amsterdam.
Love it. Julian, we're animal rights activists. We're here to speak up for animals. How do you feel about animals?
All animals in total?
Just animals in general, yes. Non-human animals.
Ah, okay, got it. Wonderful.
Wonderful. Yeah. Do you think we should respect animals?
Yeah, I think it will be difficult in 100 years to look back at how we currently handle all animals in the world.
Do you think we can truly respect them if we choose to exploit them for products we don't need, like maybe meat, dairy, eggs, leather, wool, all this kind of stuff?
I wouldn't say like eggs from a chicken is like exploiting an animal. Killing it is something different.
Well,
What does exploitation mean?
Yeah.
Good question. I think it should be like the amount of animals should match the amount of humans, and then you can, like, if the animal produces a certain amount of eggs, for example, you can feed humans with that. That's okay.
Did you hear the question though?
Yeah,
What's exploitation?
yeah, that's what I'm answering.
Oh,
Oh no. So exploitation means treating somebody unfairly or using somebody as a means to an end.
Yeah.
Do you think
Ah,
that
you mean like the factual what
the
exploitation
definition
means?
of what exploitation is? Yeah.
because you said stealing eggs from a chicken isn't exploiting them, so I'm curious why you said that. Because
I
it's
didn't say
clearly-
stealing eggs from a chicken is not exploiting.
You said eating eggs,
Yeah.
which is as a result of taking the eggs unfairly from this individual.
What happens to, like, if a chicken does one egg a day, right? What happens if they do 30 eggs a day?
Well, that's not
Or
what we're
what?
advocating, right? Like, we're advocating for no longer bringing these animals into existence because these are animals we created and their mere existence is painful for them. Take, for instance, pugs. You know, pugs have a short nose and they have trouble breathing, right? These are animals we created who suffer as they're alive. These chickens, the chickens that we created for eggs, lay over 300 eggs a year. A chicken in the wild would lay 12 to 15 eggs per year. The egg is kind of like their period. Would you like to have your period every day?
No, thank you.
That would fucking suck. And not just
So
that,
when,
maybe
when
once
did
or
that happen?
twice per
From
day.
12 to 300?
Well, between the 50s and the 70s, I think, farmers selectively bred more and more animals to put them in this position. But
And is it bad for the chicken itself?
it is, yes. It is bad for the chickens. A lot
Do
of
they
the time.
live less, like shorter? As well?
I'm not sure about their life expectancy, but I know that it's very detrimental because obviously they lose a large portion of their body. In fact, in sanctuaries, they feed the eggs back, so they don't take them and eat them. They feed them back to the chickens.
Yeah.
So you could do that. But also, like, there's also to be said that if you leave the egg there, a lot of the times they don't feel the incentive to lay an egg anymore. And also, another way to deal with it, if you really, truly care about them, is give them a suppressant of all these hormones that make them lay so many eggs, so that they
Okay,
don't lay so
got it.
many eggs
Yep.
anymore, right? And not to mention that only the female lay eggs. The males we kill. The female, when their reproduction declines, we kill. So there's also very much killing also when it comes to the egg production per se. But do you think any of it is respectful towards these animals? Like farming animals, can it ever be respectful?
That's a pretty insinuating question. But I think you need to look at the earth as one big mechanism, basically. You should treat everything with respect, but everything serves its purpose. In
What
the
if
whole
I said that
ecosystem.
your purpose is to be farmed?
Yeah.
Would that be fair towards you?
I think if you look back, I'm an historian, so if you look back towards history, like how we basically started using animals to go further in life as human beings,
Yeah.
that to a certain extent makes sense. Like when we started farming, like if you don't use the word farm as killing, but just farming itself, human beings started to develop themselves, and we could also take care of other things in the world.
But we no longer need that, right? Right now, in fact, animal farming is detrimental to our environment, detrimental to our systems, and it's highly detrimental to
Yeah,
our
I think
economy and
we
everything,
would
right?
still need animals to fulfill for human needs to a
oh
certain
no,
extent.
there's no need for them.
In my opinion, there is. Like, that's my opinion.
yeah, but it's anti-scientific,
Again,
right?
it's over exaggerated now with like we don't need that much proteins, we don't need that much meat, we don't need that.
I never
stuff.
said protein. Protein is a macronutrient. We can get protein from plants. The question is, do you think we need to get any of the nutrients that we require, that our body requires, from animals?
Yeah, probably like for now to sustain 8 billion people on Earth. That's the.
What if you found out that the science disagrees with you, and in fact the scientific evidence shows that if everybody were to adopt a plant-based diet, we'd be healthier, we would live longer, and we could feed at least 10 billion people?
I think it's probably a generational thing. If you look at, for example, people who didn't have dairy diets, for example, if you take India, till 200 years ago there wasn't really a dairy diet, which also made people, for example, smaller and not develop themselves.
Oh no,
like
no,
the human
not at all.
itself
That's
themselves.
not true. No.
When you switch towards a dairy diet, humans in general become bigger, they become stronger. So
Oh,
it's
that's also not true. No.
Yes, it is.
No, that's a common misconception. I know it's very common misconception, especially here in the Netherlands, because the Dutch people do drink a lot of milk, and there was an advertising done specifically for Dutch people to drink their milk. But in reality, the Dutch people are not tall or big because of the milk consumption. It's nearly a selection.
It's an economic thing, actually. And if you look at all the data in the world, like the economics of a country, to a certain extent, the only like different thing here is Japan, which is a very interesting case in itself. But if you look at the economic circumstances of a country, that usually also indicates like how tall people get. If you look at the past,
Obviously,
1500 years.
the richer countries have better ways to feed their population. The better you feed, the better you feed. As long as you get all your nutrients in that your body requires, you're probably going to be tall. But or you'll be as tall as you can possibly be. But none of this matters because I don't think it's justified. Even let's say, even hypothetically speaking, the only way to get tall would be to drink the milk of a cow. I don't think it's justified to rape a cow, kill their babies, and do all the stuff because we want to be a little bit taller. Because there's no actual necessity towards us being taller. That's just like a vanity thing. Do you think for vanity it's justified to exploit innocent animals?
Sorry?
Do you think it's justified to kill innocent animals for vanity?
I think it's you are labeling something as vanity, which I haven't done. So you're putting a question in my mouth, which is not really how you do an
Is there
interview
any
in general.
necessity for somebody to be tall?
Sorry?
Is there any necessity for somebody to be
It
tall?
has its advantages for a human to be tall, yeah.
Like what?
Because we survived as human beings at the end of the day because we could collaborate.
What's the advantage?
Could you make me finish my sentence, or else I'm out of this interview?
Sure, but just answer the question, I guess.
Then I'm out. Like, if you can't like respectfully have a conversation,
Wouldn't it be
I'm not gonna do
respectful if somebody asks you a question to respond to the question instead of
First of
dodging
all,
it?
what you're doing is two things. First of all, you're
comes.
insinuating things, same as you.
Yeah.
I really want to have this respectful conversation, but you are putting words in my mouth which I haven't used about stealing, killing, raping, which you did as well.
Yeah.
Second of all, if I then
that's what
answer
happens
that
to dairy
question,
cows.
if you're doing an interview, you want to learn something from someone on the street as well, right?
Yeah.
If you already made up all the answers in your mind,
Well, no.
Stick
Not
with that.
Not
Like,
if
then
you,
don't
not
do
if your
interviews. Stop
answers
with
are
each other.
anti-scientific, right? Like if your answers are anti-scientific, then I cannot learn an anti-scientific
which answer
fact.
was anti-scientific?
Like the fact that we need to consume animal products, that's anti-scientific. The fact that dairy products
I
somehow make you
said
taller,
I've
that's
not-
anti-scientific. The fact that
I've said that the
somehow the
economics of a
tallness of a
country-
person
I'm not gonna-
makes it better for
Okay, we're out of
humanity.
here.
That's
Like,
all of this is
we're done.
anti-scientific. It's just bias
Fine, let's
that somebody taught you and you bought it instead of actually
the
looking
bias
into
if you don't
it.
want to listen to my question and make up your own mind before I answer?
Yeah.
And when
so
I
explain
answer,
to
you
me.
interrupt
I
it.
explained to you. I explained to you. Well, you asked me which one was anti-scientific, and I responded with the four things that you mentioned that were anti-scientific. Do you want to respond to these anti-scientific claims? Like, for example, the fact that we need to consume animal products is an anti-scientific claim. We have plenty of empirical data showing the opposite. I'm actually a certified nutritionist. If you want to debate on that factor,
Yeah.
but I don't think you're qualified. Sure,
Yeah.
you can call. You can ask me.
When he asks you something,
Do you listen to what I say? That's the whole question.
Did you not say that you need to consume animal products?
I think you started with saying something like, should we respect animals?
Yeah.
He gave you the answer like, yeah, I think we should respect animals.
You want to
Then
come closer because you can't.
No, I don't want to.
Okay.
You said something about like, this is more, no, but this is not me not wanting to be in your interview because it's not an interview.
That's fine, continue.
You're trying to, you're not listening to, because what he said is, I think whatever murdering animals is not good. I'm not necessarily saying.
He said exploitation,
whatever-
by the way. And
What?
he said exploitation,
No, but
then she
can-
asked the
can you
definition of
listen or no?
exploitation. No, I'm just
let's go.
correcting you on what you said, right? Because you said murdering or something.
No,
You didn't
you're
say
not
murdering.
listening,
Then
You
the
said
last thing,
exploitation.
like if
Julian,
you
go.
have a card like doing a
Did you not
social
say
experiment,
exploitation?
if you ask people their time and
Yeah.
you want to do this YouTube, like this live stream,
Yeah.
thing,
Educate
respect
me,
people
tell me
their
more,
time.
yeah.
And like because you
Like how you respect animals?
on a human level.
I think I respect you more than you respect animals,
You've
actually.
made up all your things in your mind already.
No, I just
So you're
follow
not
the
really doing an
science.
interview. And
The science says we
I
don't need
really
to exploit
believe
innocent
in what you
animals.
guys are doing. Like I
Yeah.
think we should discuss these things. But
Only
what you are
discuss
doing
them, but not
now,
actually
no,
follow
what you're
through
doing
with them.
now is what happens is that you're putting people so far in a corner that no one is going to help you because
Yeah.
you're not listening
But
to
you
the
don't need
people
to
you're
help
asking
me. You
any
need to
questions.
stop oppressing innocent animals.
And do you think you've brought me closer to that by doing what you just did?
Do you think you can
that's
stop
the first
oppressing
question.
innocent animals?
Did you bring me closer?
No,
to
I don't
eating
think
one?
so, no.
So, if that's your purpose,
Yeah.
what did you just do?
Do you know what my purpose is here?
Yes. Tell
What
me.
is my purpose?
Tell me.
I'm here to get people to acknowledge that they are violating the rights of animals, to acknowledge that they don't need to consume animal products, and then to try to ask them to change. I cannot make you do anything that you want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
I cannot make anybody do anything. I can only try and educate you. And that's what I've been trying to explain to you.
No,
You don't need to
you're
consume
not
animal products.
educating. You're
Do you think you need to consume
You're
animal
not
products?
listening.
Let's
And
just do this
education is
one
usually a
thing.
dialogue.
One small thing. Do you think you need to consume animal products?
We're not gonna do
You said yes.
these questions anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, if you want to
I'm not
make this
interested
world
in
a better
meta, so
place,
if you're
which I
interested in
hope why
meta,
you
you're
guys
free
are
to
here,
leave
I think
because
so.
no, I'm here to fight for the rights of animals.
Can
I'm
you
not
make
here
me
for
finish my sentence?
no.
Okay. Good luck, and I really hope you.
I hope
want to
life treats
see
you
the
how you
light
treat
of
animals.
Respect animals.
Doing this good, yeah.
I
And
hope
getting
life
people in your
treats you
corner,
how
because
you
what you're
treat
doing now
animals.
is not helping anyone.
I hope life treats you how you treat
It's
animals.
helping you guys, or you maybe.
I hope life treats you how you treat animals.
I hope. So, this is insane. Everyone watching this guy is insane. You say that I should die.
Oh no, I
I
hope
should
life
explore it.
treats you how
Yeah.
you treat animals.
Yeah,
So
so
maybe
if I
you
eat the
start treating
chicken-
animals nicely.
So if I eat a chicken,
Don't eat the chicken then.
Don't eat the chicken then.
so
treat
if I eat a
animals
chicken, I should
nicely.
die.
No, I
Thank
think
you.
life. I hope life treats you how you treat animals. You were so triggered.
That was great.
That was crazy, yeah. It got intense. I said I'm gonna be spicy today, everyone. Hit that like, everyone. Double tap that screen. He said he was just so inconsistent with everything he was saying, and he was getting upset that he wasn't
He
right about it.
also didn't answer questions, did he?
Yeah, he just kept dodging every single questions.
Yeah.
Treat others how you treat animals. I would treat exactly the same everyone. The minute I did not answer a question, I'll repeat the question so that I keep answering the question. I think that's what respect means amongst two people. If I ask you a question, you answer it. And if you don't answer it, you say, I'm sorry, can I tell you something before I answer the question? Yeah.
He did come to the correct conclusion eventually. The very last moment when he said, because he realized that he treats animals unfairly,
Yeah.
and he got triggered when you said to him that life should
I
treat
don't think
him.
he should be killed, just to be clear, everyone. I don't think he should be killed.
We
I
don't
just
think anyone should be killed.
I just think life should be as cruel to him as he is to other animals, right? Life should ignore what he wants and just go through him. Like he goes through the animals. He ignores what animals want and just goes through them. If I kill and eat a chicken, you think I should die? Well, what exactly gives you more? What exactly do you think you have more of a right to live than a chicken does?
Leave the chicken alone.
We all deserve to live equally. We all just get one shot at life. All of you, one shot at life. You have one shot, I have one shot. The chickens have one shot. How is it justified to take their one shot at life simply because you're bigger and stronger? And all this misinformation of milk makes you big and strong. No, bro, that was an
hilarious.
advertising
I've
campaign.
never heard that in real life, and he was so convinced it's true. And he also thought he was tall, and like proud of it as well. Hilarious. Entertaining.
Somebody said God put animals here for us. No, he didn't. If you believe that, then you don't believe in God. If you believe in God, then you should be vegan. It's as simple as that. And I'll explain to you why. Because if you believe in God, you probably believe in a compassionate God. A compassionate God would not want you to violate the rights of an innocent individual, somebody who feels, who has emotions, simply because you can. A compassionate God would not say, yes, go ahead and kill this individual simply because you can. But your book might say otherwise, right? You may say, well, my Bible says this. So if you just believe in God because there are some rules out there and maybe you're afraid of of hell, or maybe you followed the rules because if you're not following the rules, you'll be ostracized from society. Yeah, sure. But that's not faith, is it? Faith in a God means faith in a logical God. A logical God is a compassionate one, and a compassionate one would not want to exploit and slaughter animals, especially when there's no necessity behind it.
My book says Dutch people should go to slaughterhouses.
Hey,
What happens now?
no, I don't want to go to a slaughterhouse.
But my book says it.
Should a bear be nice to a chicken? Yes, a bear should be nice to a chicken. I don't think a bear knows any better, though. You do. Just like a child, children should be nice to each other, right? We tell children, hey, be nice to each other, don't fight. Yet children are not nice to each other and they keep fighting. So, children don't know any better. A lot of animals don't know any better.
This person says we are spoiled and never had to.
Excuse me?
Okay, I have been hungry before. What do you mean?
Wait, what? Never
We are
fend for
delusional.
yourself. Neither of you have what true hunger feels like. You reek
What
of
the fuck do
arrogance
you
and
know?
pride. Well, first of all, let me tell you right here, right now, JQ, my parents went bankrupt. I know for a fact what it means like to feel hunger and to have absolutely no money to survive, by the way. You saying this bullshit thing, first of all. Second of all, if you have to fend for yourself, nobody's saying if you're in a situation of necessity that you somehow don't, die or something. No, we're saying in a situation of necessity you can justify a lot of things, but you don't live in a situation of necessity, do you? So how can you ever justify going to a supermarket, paying more money to exploit an innocent animal? Because it costs a lot more money to not be vegan.
Someone said that makeup is made with animal products. Untrue. Just look at the packaging, make sure it's vegan and cruelty free. You have eyeballs, you can check. I do that. It's extremely easy.
God demanded animal sacrifices at temple
the
for sin.
religious ones. They're so boring.
Yeah. No, he didn't, by the way.
We have jobs. Thank you.
Yep.
I freaking love my job.
Oh wait, did I spark a nerve? In the name of Lions Fix-It Shop, haha, dream on. No, you did not spark a nerve. I couldn't give two shits about you, man.
The products you're wearing.
Come from animals.
What
No,
do you
they're
mean?
vegan. God demanded animal sacrifice at the temple. Oh, can you just keep your God to yourself? Do you wanna
Thank you, Susan.
hold the sign or do you wanna
I
hold
can
the
hold the sign.
Okay. It's always better outcomes when you hold the sign.
I hold.
I'm behind. I'm the short guy behind. I respect you for trying to be moral. I enjoy eating. Wait. I enjoy eating meat and I find it beautiful and respectful, though. Well, of course you find it respectful because you're in the position of the oppressor. You're the one who is forcing others into slaughterhouses. You're taking away their existence for 10 minutes of pleasure for you. I don't think that's respectful towards the individuals, is it? If somebody chooses to take away their life, to cut your throat, to leave you hanging upside down, why? Because they get some benefit from it for 10 minutes. Pleasure, I don't think that's really justified.
Oh my god, no way. Yeah. Remove.
Why does it need to be respectful? All sentient.
Because we should be respecting sentient beings.
Yeah.
You are sentient as well, and you deserve respect. So do the animals. It's quite simple.
Exactly.
David says hi. Thank you so much, David, for helping me get to the 50 followers. And people keep subscribing. I'm getting so many followers thanks to you. I really, 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 really appreciate it.
Guys want to try? Here we go. We get someone. How old are you?
20.
Are you okay being live on YouTube and TikTok?
Yeah.
You wanna come here so that you're in view? Nice. What's your name?
My name's Thomas.
Thomas, I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from, Thomas?
New York City.
New York City. What brings you to Amsterdam? Do you live here or
I'm studying abroad.
studying abroad? Oh, so you live here in Netherlands?
For the 2-week program. in
Ah,
the
okay,
summer,
okay,
yes.
okay. So we're animal rights activists. We're here to speak up for animals. How do you feel about animals?
Oh, I love animal rights. I've been vegan my whole life.
You've been vegan your whole life?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Is it difficult to be vegan?
No,
No.
no. I can't make that claim for people who are switching into becoming vegan. I'm sure there's more of a struggle than, people weren't raised in the same environment I was, but
Oh, you were raised vegan?
yeah, my
So
parents
you've
are
been vegan your whole life.
Yeah.
It's
But
amazing.
I don't have any difficulties with
You don't have any food. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any? Did you feel like you were missing out on anything being raised vegan?
No. No, I didn't.
No. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Normally we would proceed to outreach you, but there's no point.
Yeah, there's no point.
You're
in that.
already on the side of the animals.
All right.
So let me ask you this then: if you're walking down the street and you see somebody kicking a dog, what would you do? Would you join them? Would you walk on by and do nothing, or would you try to stop them?
I would try to stop them.
So if you're not vegan, you would essentially be joining them. If you're vegan, you're walking by, do nothing. And if your instinct is to try and stop them, that would mean that you have an activist mindset also, right? That you
Yeah.
want to stop the injustice.
Yes.
Have you ever tried doing activism? Have you ever considered doing that?
I've been to animal rights protests and other events in the city. But
Oh.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
have a spicy question.
Oh,
Do you think it's okay for other people not to be vegan?
it's a spicy question.
I think it is inherently wrong to not be vegan. But again, there are people do live in different circumstances than I do, so
Yeah.
I can't speak.
Yeah, we also
For
can't
them.
speak for them. We generally speak to every person.
And
But if they have the opportunity to be
If
vegan,
you have the opportunity and the means to do it, I think it's wrong not to.
I like that.
100% agreed. Do you agree?
100%.
Yeah. Very, very, very nice to meet you.
I'll shake your hand again, and I'll give
Enjoy
you a
your
card,
stay
okay?
in Amsterdam.
You have this is a card that we give to non-vegans, but you have my YouTube channel there just in case.
Thank
wanna
you.
know.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
Have a good one.
Yes. Another vegan in the books.
Nice. Thank you so
Always
much,
such
Marcos.
a joy.
Thank you, vegan activist Marcos. Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate you, Marcos. Can we get some W's in the chat for Marcos? W's in the chat.
And W's for the vegan guy
Yeah, W's
because
for the vegan guy. Matthew, I think was his name. W's
Matthew
for
from
Matthew.
New York City.
Yeah.
Yes. So happy.
Nice to see you.
Someone asks, when was the last time we showered? Me? Last night? You?
This morning.
The coffee? Okay, well, I did have a coffee, but not the coffee. Not the cafe that you're thinking about, a different one. But I did enjoy it. Flat white with coconut milk. Yummy! Oh my gosh, I'm very happy about meeting this vegan guy.
Nice to meet vegans.
The last time we did a stream together, there was a guy we randomly met, another vegan. He was amazing. And then I saw pictures from the AV Cube, and he was in the picture holding the screen. Amazing. Completely different part of the city as well. And we encouraged him to do activism, and he ended up doing actual activism literally like 2 hours later. So he definitely felt like the universe was telling him to do activism.
This is the power of having a lot of activists, by the
Yes.
way. This is
Yes.
why we should have more activists, because you see how much impact can have. Like if somebody meets 2 activists in one day, that's a huge impact.
It's amazing. So if you are vegan but not active, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? Get active right now, today. Thank you, the LTN. Vegans are active. Yes, if you are vegan, then you should also understand the urgency of the injustice. Therefore, you should be active in whichever way you want, but just stand up for them.
Yeah, Martin, thank you for putting the link.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we're back. We're back.
Boop.
Okay,
Oh
I
yeah,
pinned it.
that's really sweet. It's my YouTube channel. I want to start
back, we're
going
back, we're back.
live.
Are we back? We're back. Yes, thank you.
I'm normally based in Berlin, and I really want to start going live in Berlin as well. Chip style. Let's
gonna be cool.
switch because it's
Yeah, you always have better outcomes, huh? It's almost as if my face isn't welcoming. You guys want to have a conversation? I guess me with a pink microphone makes me more welcoming because
yes.
the muscles make. Oh, this is Lauterbach. I don't know what he's doing. He's trying to find a place to sit also. And for people not seeing this, Lauterbach is just walking around with a sign.
It smells like weed
Also that. yeah.
non-stop.
Good weed.
How can you tell?
I can't. I'm just saying. Remember to double tap that screen, everyone. Hit that like. And yeah, I pinned a comment for people on YouTube. I pinned a comment for B12 Babe if you want to follow her. There's a pinned comment.
Subscribe to me because
Yeah.
I will be going live on YouTube soon when I'm back in Berlin next weekend probably. I just need to get the equipment sorted, and then we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if my phone can handle it. I think so. Why wouldn't it? We will do like a test drive, like a trial version, maybe trying to see if it works properly.
Like I had a t-shirt with the Museum of Modern Art.
Oh, cool.
Would have been an interesting
Have you
conversation.
been?
Yeah, in New York City. Yeah, I think it was the best museum in New York City, if you ask me. You wanna have a conversation?
You already have your friends.
You already talked to them? Nice. Are you vegan now?
Maybe,
Maybe.
maybe not vegan, but yes, we're already on a transition, so.
What's keeping?
As long as you're not vegan, the animals are still exploited in your name, then why wait, you know?
Yes, yeah.
No, but we talked with your friend. It was we agree with you.
Okay.
We agree.
If you
We want
agree,
to
then be
change.
vegan.
Yeah, in words, but also agree with action, right? Because the action matter more.
We try. My fight is inside my brain.
Yes.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
When it comes to living vegan, trying isn't nearly enough for the animals. People just have to go vegan. There is no other way.
Well, we're asking you some questions about animals. Do you want to try?
Sure,
Are you okay being live on YouTube and TikTok?
sure. You guys come on in.
I'll put this one here.
I have at least one friend. Yes.
You want to come here so that you can view?
Sure. Why not?
Nice. Who are we speaking with?
Adorable snails.
Yeah.
Actually, yes, they are called banana
Oh,
somethings.
I'm Chip.
Hi, Chip, Maria.
Maria.
Hi, I'm Sue.
Sil and Chip. Maria.
Sue.
Where are you from?
New Jersey
New
and
Jersey.
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Oh, my sister lives in North Carolina. So.
Very good.
Almost.
North Carolina.
You live in Charlotte? My sister lives in Charlotte.
No way.
Amazing, yeah. And I forgot the name of the area, but it's
I live South Charlotte.
South
I
Charlotte.
live in Waxhaw.
What is it called?
Waxhaw in South Charlotte.
No.
No,
So close to
Valentine.
Close to
Valentine,
Valentine's. Close to
yeah.
Valentine, yeah. Okay.
Oh, banana slugs.
Banana slugs. Well, because
That's
they're
an
yellow.
animal. There you go.
There you go. And we're here to speak about animals. And the question is, how do we feel about animals?
Like animals.
Love animals.
Love them. How should we be treating them? Should we be treating them like, should we be looking after their interests, or should we, when it conflicts with our interests, we should say fuck you and just disregard their interests?
Well, that's very interesting because a cow I eat meat, so then I guess I'm disregarding their interest.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
But I do think it is okay because otherwise there is called a circle of life. And
But the circle of life is just a meaningless thing that we created, right? The circle of life could also be said that if I want to kill you, I can do it because
well,
it's the circle
then
of life,
I'd be
right?
dead and you could eat it too.
Yeah,
Me
but
too.
that wouldn't be, but it wouldn't be justified or it wouldn't be fair, right? That's the question.
That is true, but I'd be dead.
You'd be dead, right? But the action itself would still be unjustified, right?
Yes, that's
what
true.
we're trying to
And
assess.
what do you think about that?
Well, I have animals and I love my animals and we take good care of our animals.
Yeah,
Do I eat meat? Yes, I do.
yeah. But if I said, for example, that I love women or we should respect women, and I only respect Anya, my sister, my mom, then do I really respect women? If I'm a full-blown misogynist when it comes to every other woman, except for the ones that I love, or the ones that I like, or the ones that are close to me, am I really respecting women?
Probably not.
Probably not. So if we say we love the animals, but we only love the ones that are close to us, and the rest we treat them like objects, we forcefully impregnate them, we take away their babies, we kill them, we use them, do we really love animals?
Okay, I'm becoming vegan.
That was easy. Thank
That
you.
But this is what we're trying to
That's a
tell
good point.
people, right?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
being vegan just means respecting the rights of animals, right? We sadly live in a society where animals are seen as objects, and one of the ways we objectify them for is for food. But we also do it for clothing, we also do it for entertainment, anything like that,
That's
right?
true. Good point.
When it comes to rodeos, for example, I know rodeos are a thing in US. Do you agree with rodeos, with this idea of enslaving and killing animals for entertainment?
No.
No.
No. And why is that wrong, though?
Because it becomes what I would call is a sport for no reason.
It seems trivial, right? It
Yeah.
seems ridiculous to do this to an animal for a trivial reason. But when we can consume, when we can get our nutrition and our food satisfaction in other ways, then the animal products also become trivial, don't they?
True.
So then, doesn't it mean that? Well, how is that any different from what we do to animals if we say one is different, one like?
Right.
Good point.
Good point.
Good point.
Good point.
Yeah, yeah.
Something for me to think about.
What are you gonna do about it?
Well, I don't know because we have a meat dinner tonight.
Do you have to consume meat tonight?
I do not have to consume meat tonight.
Cancel? Go to a vegan restaurant. Why not?
That or find something at the restaurant that I can eat will have
Exactly.
protein in it as well.
Yeah. Do you think we can get our food satisfaction and our nutrition without harming animals?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, right? And do you think that when we choose to buy one, even just one per month, one per year, one time, we are demanding that an innocent animal gets exploited to death?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't do that, right?
No. It's good food for thought.
Yes, it is.
You have vegan values. But we cannot just have vegan values. If I have feminist values, doesn't mean anything if I'm a misogynist, right?
That's,
That's
a good
right.
point.
Right? We have to act on them.
That's a good point.
So how many more animals, this is the last question, it's a difficult one. How many more animals should be exploited on your behalf going forward?
Well, that will have to be something for thought for myself.
Food for thought.
Yep.
Yeah.
Should it be 0 or more than 0?
Well, ultimately 0. However, I'm not sure I philosophically believe all that. So I have to wrestle with it. So I'll think about it.
Okay.
You helped me think about something today.
Okay, I'll give you some cards.
Perfect.
And there's a documentary called Dominion. It's actually filmed partially in the US, so you can see what animals go through.
Yes.
If you can give that a watch.
Absolutely.
And until you watch it, can you choose to not oppress any animals, like be plant-based?
I will do my
I
best.
do a lot of plant-based eating.
Okay.
I do. Not 100%, but I do.
Just do
So.
the 100%,
Yeah.
and that's what it reality, what it means to you, is actually being in alignment with your values.
Yeah.
Because you already said that you want to respect these animals.
Yes.
Yeah. Currently, you're in a contradiction because you support the exploitation of these animals. If you go vegan, you are in alignment, so it's gonna also be better for you. But the biggest advantage is for the animals.
Absolutely.
That is true.
Yeah.
Very
Thank you.
good. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank
Nice
you.
to meet you.
Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Nice to meet you guys.
Have a good one. I don't think I would have gotten more out of them.
Yeah, they were like, but didn't get offended. Yay.
Yeah. What did you do with CEO? Did he discover beds and can't leave it now? No, Tone. He's doing activism with the Vegan Future. He's somewhere around here. I don't know where he is. That's funny. But she shouldn't let non-vegans sway her back into habit. Hold this for a second. Double tap that screen, everyone.
They were nice, correct? We just need them to also be nice to the animals.
I want to respond to this person who says they love fried or shredded chicken or anything like that. So your name is Tristman. Tristman, by the way, Trist means sad both in Dutch as well as in Romanian. So you're a sad man in the way I read your username. So Mr. Sadman, the thing about it is, you see, you have to stop thinking with your stomach. You know, we're trying to have the conversations with people, and in this process, you have to use your brain for a second, right? If you think with your stomach, you're never going to be able to get it because your stomach will always get in the way and tell you, no, no, I want that product, right? You have to start thinking with your brain, and when you think with your brain, you have to really think about it. If the burgers, the wings, all of that thing that you like doing would come from a dog or a human, would you still be okay with paying for them to be exploited to death in your name? And if you said no, then you shouldn't be doing it. It's as simple as that. Can I still use Anavar if I go vegan? Is Anavar like a testosterone, if I'm not mistaken? I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's vegan, yeah.
And also, Google exists. AI exists. You can find information. Did you know that?
If the whole world was vegan, those animals would be extinct. That's perfectly fine. I don't have a problem living in a world where pugs don't exist. Since pugs have trouble breathing, I don't have a problem where dairy cows don't exist, since dairy cows have been selectively bred to lay to make a lot of milk, and what happens in the process is they suffer from it. I don't have a problem in being in a world where animals that we created, that suffer, that we created for us to use, don't exist. Because existence in itself, a species in itself, a group of individuals has no actual value. The value is the individuals from that species. That's all it is. And if you are so concerned about this, the well-being of the species, and you want the species to exist, surely paying for them to be killed would not be the right way to do so, would it? In fact, if you truly are so concerned about these animals, you would pay for them to be in, sanctuaries and help them out. My doctor says that I can't have kids if I go vegan. That's a stupid doctor then.
Thank you, David.
Thank you for being here, David. David is going to be live soon.
You.
So the 40-year-old vegan, remember everyone, also joined his stream soon. How many animals died for your microphone? None.
Comments.
Thank you so much, Renee, for the
Imagine, like,
swan.
sitting at home and saying that kind of stuff in.
It's probably just children. That's TikTok. Oh, I'm sorry.
Someone says you are the real deal.
If it's about comparative value, why not use them for their intended purpose? You said no value. Well, just to be clear, a species of animals doesn't have an inherent value because it's just a group, it's just taxonomy that we created. When it comes to an individual, though, individuals have intrinsic value. Each individual, you want to have a conversation? Each individual experiences life, and each individual wants that experience of life to continue. And on account of that, they have intrinsic value. So you shouldn't be exploiting them. So that's all that what we're saying. It's not about comparative value or anything like that. A lot of people think that being vegan or this thing that we're doing is about extrinsic value. In fact, a lot of people, they derive their values from extrinsic value, but then at the base of it, it's all intrinsic value. No, you can't harm them, they're a human. Okay, but if you don't like them, then if it's about extrinsic value, then you should be able to harm even the humans that you don't like. But no, Ben, when it comes to humans, you understand that they themselves would not want to be harmed, so therefore you don't harm them. Or when it comes to other animals, you don't understand that, but that's the whole point. The other animals also don't want to be harmed. Are you the couple that climbed the entire Empire State Building? No.
What do you mean? Yes, we did.
Well,
That's
I'm
us.
not. B12 Vape might be. That wouldn't surprise me. If she actually did climb the Empire State
It
Building.
actually wasn't me. Oops. It actually wasn't me. Can you hold this? I put my... Because it's windy.
Oh, it's so warm.
It's windy.
Flowers have feelings too? They don't. The experience of feelings comes in the brain.
Someone's going crazy.
She's cold because she's hungry. No, she's cold because she feels cold. Everybody's internal body temperature fluctuates during the day.
I'm not hungry, but thank you for your concern.
Yeah, I have a protein bar if you want.
Later, maybe? Later.
There you go.
Oops. Sign, please. The baby wants to talk.
You don't know plants have feeling? They don't.
We know for a fact that they do not.
Yeah. How old are you?
16.
You can't be on camera.
Ja, kom igen.
That's overrating.
Too young.
Plants do feel and communicate. Source, trust me, bro. Plants do not feel and communicate. No. They communicate for sure, but they don't feel. They communicate just like my phone communicates with other phones. Doesn't mean that my phone feels. And even if you believe that plants feel, which is anti-scientific, by the way, plants do not feel. But even if you do believe that plants feel, you want to have a conversation with us?
Hi.
How old are you?
32.
32. You look good. You look young. Are you okay being live on YouTube?
Okay, why not? Okay.
Okay, wait.
What is it?
Hold this for a second. I need to change the battery of the camera. 1 second.
All right. We're just gonna be talking about the animals.
Okay.
We are actually animal rights activists.
Okay.
And this is why we're in the streets today, asking people how they feel about animals. How do you feel about them?
How do I feel in terms of?
Just in a general sense.
Can we come here? That's where we're on here. Nice, love it. What's your name, by the way? I'm Chip.
Consuelo.
I'm Chip. I don't know. I'm Chip. Nice to meet you. So, how do you feel about animals, Indy?
In general, I feel animals can be a good companions for humans. I feel animals sometimes they can be even more sensitive and more empathetic than we humans are. And they actually when they act or when how they behave, it's they are not looking to hurt anybody. It's just they exist and they like I don't know what else to say.
Completely agree. Yeah. Do you think we should respect animals?
Of course.
Of course.
Of
yeah.
course, we are not better than them. We are just a different species and we're human. It's like we are just a tiny part of all the species that exist. So we are.
I love that. And the next question I'm gonna ask you, really think about it and This isn't a judgment on yourself or anybody, right? Some people get defensive when we ask these questions, but this isn't a judgment, okay? What about when we choose to exploit them for products we don't need? For example, milk, cheese, eggs, meat, leather, honey. Do you think we're respecting them when we're using them for these products?
Well, if I think big industries, I don't think there's much respect on that. I think it's more like they make them suffer. I don't think they try to give them a kind of, I don't know how to say, but like a dignity. They are not like a death.
Which part of, for example, for a dairy cow, which part of the whole practice is disrespectful or takes away their dignity? Do you know?
That's the thing. It's for me. It's if you have a cow, maybe you can take some milk, but it's using like just having it for the sake of having milk. I don't know. It's.
But why do they make milk in the first place?
I'm not sure even if we need milk.
We don't know.
So if we don't need it, probably it's because we want. It's a desire. It's not
Yeah.
actually something that.
It is, but to understand a little bit, I want to go through it so that you kind of know what they go through, right? So, for example, why would a female human produce milk?
What?
When does a female human produce milk?
When they're going to give birth
Exactly.
for the baby.
It's the same with for the cow, right?
Yeah.
Do you think cows get pregnant
Yeah.
when they want to, or do you think farmers impregnate them?
Ooh, if farmers do that, like, I mean, it's
Farmers do that, huh?
because they should be free to like when they want, like.
Yeah, but if they're free to do whenever they want to, they will
Yeah.
only get pregnant
Yeah.
3 times in their whole life maximum. And we impregnate them repeatedly year over year.
Yeah, then we're just using them. Right? We are.
When the babies are born, we take them away from their mothers. Do you know why we do that?
Really, but like human or.
Well, we take them away so that
Just,
we can get as much milk as possible. Because if the baby stays with the mother, they would drink the milk. If the baby is born male, they don't produce milk. So what do you think happens to them?
If the baby is born male, it doesn't.
They don't make milk, right? Only females make milk. So what do you think happens to the males?
They are killed. Like they are killed because they don't.
And the females stay separate from their mother, and they get repeatedly impregnated year over year. And after 6 repeated impregnations, which we already know that 1 impregnation, even for a human female, is very tough on the body. Imagine 6 forceful repeated impregnations with babies taken away, exploited for milk constantly. They're called spent cows, and then they kill them. 6 years. And they can live 24 years. Do you know why they kill them so early? Just can't get them pregnant anymore. Messed up, huh?
Yeah, it's.
How do you feel? Like, do you feel like this, that the products we get, like the milk, the cheese, justify what happens to them? Not at all. And what do you think we as consumers, what role do we play in this?
Big role because we're buying. If we don't buy, then what's the purpose of industry?
Exactly. So what can we do going forward?
It's to be more thoughtful and be aware of what we're doing and try not to, or hopefully not to do it or reduce. But like if it's too hard at the beginning, maybe reducing. And then maybe if we start reducing, we won't even want to eat that anymore. I mean, we are animals of habit, so if we stop, kind of,
Yeah.
we can't.
Considering what these animals go through, do you think it's more difficult for people to be vegan and just avoid these products in general? Or is it more difficult to live the life of these animals?
I think it's, well, we can start being like vegetarian.
So why exactly would that be necessary in your opinion to transition to vegetarianism first and then veganism? Why not straight to veganism?
Because, well, maybe for some people it would be too hard to cut right straight away all animal products from their life. But it's.
So, but can you specify maybe what exactly would be the hard part about this kind of transition?
I think it's people like it's because
By the
or,
way,
and they're accustomed to. So,
So a lot of the times when we say people, society, we talk in these abstract terms, and in doing so, we kind of avoid the responsibilities we have as individuals. And obviously, we cannot judge people situations, but we can talk to people like you on the street and try to assess where you are, right? So how do you feel? Like, in what situations are you in? Do you think you could be vegan, or is there stopping you from being vegan?
No, I think it's possible. It's just changing, kind of finding the equivalent.
You have to go to the supermarket anyway. What it comes down to is choosing a different product in a supermarket. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's just you just have to know which products to choose. That's it,
Exactly. You
right?
need to know. You need to be informed, maybe educated on what. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not something that necessarily requires a lot of time or anything like that, right? And it's not like we're just to be clear, it's not about forcing you into a position or asking you, oh, now you got to do this now. It's about realizing that whenever we make a choice like this, whenever we choose an animal product, an innocent animal gets their throat cut, gets put in this position. You see what happens to dairy, right? It's really bad. And for eggs, it's just as bad. For meat, it's bad. For honey, they're all really sick in the street. And if you want to see it, by the way, I have a magazine that shows it. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Okay. This is a gore magazine. Shows kind of what animals go through. I'll give it to you. You can open it, and at your discretion, you can ask some questions about it. And
Very
you have the eyes.
Especially with pigs, I've heard that they can feel when they're going to be sacrificed. So
They're very intelligent beings. Yes.
yeah. So if they notice, there will be they will suffer even more. Yeah. Special.
This is a product of dairy, by the way.
Just a number.
Just a number, yeah. And we've been so desensitized that when we see something like this, it doesn't seem so bad to us. But all of these individuals, they all have an experience of life like we do. They all want to love, feel, just experience it.
I imagine if it would be the same reaction if those were human babies.
Exactly.
That's a great point.
It's a great point, yeah.
Because I don't see much human or animal. It's a lie.
Exactly.
It's a lie that it's ended. That they don't get a chance to just to
Yeah.
believe like we all do.
They are completely innocent, and yet it's like we're punishing them, but they did literally nothing wrong. Now the question is, what are you going to do with this information?
Well, share it among my friends.
Do you
Talk
think
about this. I have a couple of friends that they are vegan.
Do you think you should be vegan also?
I can, yeah.
You see, this is the importance. Being vegan is about them. It's not about us. We can find other ways to eat. We can find other clothes, but they don't have a choice. Once we buy that product, we force them in this position. See what I mean? It's about their rights. That's what it is. And
The only way not to be responsible anymore is to be vegan.
yeah. So here's a difficult question. It's the last question and a difficult one. How many more animals should be put in this position that you saw here for you or in your name from now on?
No, no more. Like
That means going.
yeah. Thank you.
Let me give you a card, okay? That will help you out. So, Challenge 22, they hook you up with a dietitian, they send you recipes every day, and they help you go vegan for free. So whatever concern you have, they can help you out. Where do you live, by the way? Do you live here in Amsterdam?
Well, no, I'm from South America.
South America. Oh, okay.
But maybe I will.
They can help you out also in South America, no problem, wherever you are.
You can be vegan anywhere.
Yeah. We've had people from all over the world. I've even spoken to somebody from Burkina Faso, and he had no issue with being vegan there, right? It's just about finding the right things for you. But while you're here in Amsterdam, there's a lot of great vegan restaurants. If you want to give some of those a try. And maybe watch the most important speech you'll ever hear. And until you watch that, can you choose to not consume any animal products? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And
Please
have-
do not do the slow transition. Just be vegan.
You
It's
seem like
easy.
such a compassionate,
Yeah.
smart person. There's no sense. And you named it exactly right. They're like babies. No one baby deserves to be put in this position.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. I did. She seemed like a really nice person. Honestly. She seemed to get it.
Yes.
Burkina Faso is in huge trouble now. They won't have anything to eat. Well, maybe if they were vegan, they would. Because instead of growing plants to feed to the animals, you could feed directly to the people. The most important speech. Thank you, Martin, for putting up the resources. Appreciate you.
Which is also why vegan women can't get men to date them. Extremely wrong on many levels.
Fuck does that even... What? I think you're missing out on the purpose. A vegan woman doesn't want to be with a non-vegan man.
Exactly right.
Nice. I saved a little ant. Was on the sign. There are no vegan men. I'm a vegan man. Hello.
What the heck? Vegan women aren't turning down meat-eating men. Yes, they are. A lot of them are, me included. I'm not gonna be anywhere near a meat eater. No, thank you. Gross.
Yeah. Okay, let's see some comments in the chat. Are you guys having are you guys having some questions for us? Do you have issue with like how do you approach a plant-based diet? How what
Eating
exactly?
veggies is gay.
What?
Someone said eating veggies is gay.
Nice. Being gay means being cool, so we are very cool.
Not
Nick,
being
do you
vegan.
have any maps?
Not being vegan
Yeah,
is
Amsterdam.
cringe.
Can I get some from you?
Oh, you were out.
Pescatarian is not enough. You're still exploiting animals. Leave them alone. Go vegan.
Good. How about you?
I mean, there was one guy who said his family is really looking into
Hi.
all the different labels for like what ethical sourcing, right? And I just showed him the part of the chickens where they're being macerated. Like this is one thing that even if you were to find some
Josh,
chicken that
stop being dumb.
is like 20
Google
kilos
facts.
or something that it hasn't been tampered with genetically. Like this is one thing you can get around. The males are not going to ever lay eggs. And
Still
it's-
pushing vegan on the family dairy
if you want to break
farm.
even, let alone make a profit as an egg farmer, then you're not going to keep the males of it, as well as use chickens that only lay like a small amount of eggs. So I just really encouraged him at leaving, like, hey, let's keep the animal front and center because we could do really better by that. Yeah. Like, and I did ask him, like, the fact that he only drinks soy milk and that they look at all his labels. I said, so it sounds like you
Stop
care
it with
about
the
that.
insects. I just cannot with this argument anymore. I cannot wait for people to realize how dumb this argument is. If you actually care about insects, you should be vegan.
As your ethical compass going forward.
How are you enjoying it, Sia?
Yeah, there was that guy came up to like asking, "Are you vegan?" Right? And he was actually vegan here visiting from Finland.
Oh, really?
Sean, stop it. You're
They
cringe.
look like pantry because it's a
There is
couple running it.
so you literally cannot be addicted to meat. You just gain taste pleasure from it. Just switch to vegan meat. You will get the same
So many other vegan restaurants. I just
type of pleasure.
I didn't know if the vegan future had any
Chip is talking to some vegan friends, hanging around.
people are already vegans. So I know that AV tries to make them
Vegan meat products are actually sometimes good for you. Definitely better for you compared to actual meat. Thank you, Springer. The future is vegan. Agreed. Badger, no, they're just having like a private conversation. You don't want to listen to me? What do you mean? Okay, Earth to Chance. They say they're vegan, but besides fish and milk, then therefore not vegan, not even close. The definition of veganism is that humans should live without exploiting other animals. You are currently exploiting marine animals and the dairy cows.
What's keeping you from being vegan? 'Cause
Why
you
the
have-
fish? Why the dairy?
You have oat milk, you have so many alternatives, you don't need to eat fish. Fish isn't even that. Like, it's insane. They feel pain, they have emotions just like all of us. Why would you put them in that position?
There is actually no vegan product that compares to fish. Leave the fish alone. You literally don't need fish. Just leave them alone. Why do you need this particular type of? Oh, I don't know, like a specific flavor. We all exploit animals, so by existing on this planet, you will be exploiting living beings, which doesn't mean you should cause intentional harm and exploitation to these animals. Stop it.
You're far behind.
Oh my god, I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry. It's just like not a lot of space. Don't plants feel pain too, do they?
No.
No, they do not. Now you know.
But even if you believe plants feel pain, you kill a lot more plants in the process when you consume animal products.
Leave the fish alone. You don't need the fish. Just let it go.
What else is happening in the chat?
And the person says that they need fish. You
How
do not.
What is it that you need from fish that you can't get from plants? Want to have a conversation? You
Fish
want to hold the sign? Because I think
are-
it's easier if you...
Fish are sentient individuals. Therefore, stop exploiting them.
Well, what is it that you need from fish? I still fail to see. Okay, so no answer. You guys want to have a conversation? Why is everything a fallacy to you? Not everything is a fallacy. There's fallacious statements. And only statements can be fallacious. And not all statements can be fallacious. Well, all statements can be fallacious, but not all statements are fallacious.
Chip just points them out when they appear in the chat
Yeah.
or from people's mouths.
Then you must argue to leave plants alone. I will, yeah. When we provide to me with an alternative, I will argue leave the plants alone. Otherwise, if your alternative is forcing sentient beings into slaughterhouses, it's not a good alternative because on top of them being sentient beings and it's wrong to force them into slaughterhouses, they also eat a lot of plants in the process. So
Josh, it's non-vegans that tend to not be able to handle the truth. The exact opposite, you know?
yeah, it's
You
pretty
got it
sad that he
wrong.
thinks that. I usually ignore these comments because they're just nonsense. They're just empty statements. We are brainwashed. Yeah, us, the ones who go against what everyone else is doing on this planet, us, the ones who are following scientific advice, us, the ones who are looking at the scientific data, we are the ones who are being brainwashed. You're right.
For sure.
Not you, the one who says it's okay to why to exploit a cow but not a dog for the same reason. And why is that? Oh, that's right, because you've always done it. There's no actual good reason. That's the one thing that you realize. It's easy to realize that you're brainwashed. It's really to realize that this makes no sense, because you wouldn't do to dogs what you do to cows, to chickens, to pigs. Why is that? There's nothing special about any of them. It's just because you've been taught that way. That's it.
And this type of injustice has a name, which is speciesism. I think there are like so many children in these comments.
Somebody said the only reason I'm brainwashed is because I took a shower. Does your shower go through your
So
skull?
funny, hilarious.
Does his shower goes through his skull and
That
washes
sounds
his
painful.
brain out?
I think you need less water pressure.
Oh, that's so funny. Should pretend to be an NPC? Sure. I want to feel like a big man. In order for me to feel like a big man, I need to exploit an innocent small animal. I cannot do it otherwise. Otherwise, I feel very sad if I don't exploit a little innocent animal. I need to feel like a big man. A big man. The only way to do that is to bully the small people.
Oh my gosh!
Thank you, Marcos. Marcos for 17 months member. Hell yeah, Marcos. Remember to hit that like, everyone, and let's get some W's in the chat for Marcos. 17 months. Amazing, Marcos.
A big man.
There's the
kills?
baby talk again. Well, how else can I say it? If I don't baby talk, you don't understand it, is it? You need to understand it. It's baby talk. You don't need to exploit small creatures, innocent animals. Chip was definitely abused as a child, and this is his rebellion. Not at all. Had great parents.
What?
You wanna have a conversation?
What's this?
So we're asking people some questions. How old are you, though?
I'm 15 years old.
15?
Yes, 15.
Yeah, you can't be on camera. Gotta be over 18. Have a good one.
Too young.
Way too young, yeah. Use your small vegan brain. Well, I don't know what to tell you, man. If your attempt is like you are not intelligent enough or something, I will have you know that my IQ is 163. It's as big as it gets, really, at my age, so.
Big brain.
Even if the brain is small, it just seems like it's working really well. Even if you think my brain is small, it's working really well, so it doesn't really matter. If you have a big brain and you're doing worse than somebody with a small brain, doesn't mean anything, right? My IQ is 270, says Neil. I think it goes all the way to 200, Neil. And it's only when you're young you can get that. Chip, I use my abdomen to wash my clothes. Is that normal? Don't know what that means, but okay.
They mean the abs, the muscles.
Oh, because they have abs. I do too. Tried vegan and couldn't feel satisfied, felt hungry most of the times. Oh, I tried respecting the rights of animals, but I just didn't feel as good as when I was, raping and killing them. So I went back to raping and killing animals. It feels better. I just feel better that way, it's only justified to do so. Because it's all about me and how I feel. Nobody else matters in this world. Habit is not nature. Their cage is ours to unmake. Thank you so much. Can we get some W's in the chat for Slug? Thank you, Slug. Says you're selling supplements. Is this true? No, I'm not selling supplements. What do you mean? I wish I would though. That would be a good idea. Why wouldn't I? But I'm not. The amount of nonsense in the chat, huh? You wanna have a conversation with us? I've never heard the troll say anything intelligent. Thank you, Brett. True. Sure. More doublies in the chat for Brett, huh? I guess they had a conversation already.
Yeah, they did.
Nice. Guys, want to have a conversation? Some of these people, you just know it's gonna be spicy, the conversation.
You see their face, it's like clear immediately. Even before before they find out what the topic is.
Yeah, I was surprised so many times though. I was surprised. Yeah, I've been surprised a lot. So maybe we shouldn't judge
the
people
more
by their.
outreach you do,
Yeah.
the more surprising it is. Sometimes I tend to give up on people before we even like get to the point, and sometimes they're just the sweetest, the most open people, and they change and they go vegan. And sometimes someone has like the most amazing vibe. I start talking to them, and they give me the worst excuses, the worst I've heard in my life. You wanna talk? Let's do it.
And they look very young anyway, so.
So maybe the facial hair fooled me, the mustache. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Have you tried any good food in Amsterdam so far?
The ramen.
Ramen was good? Yeah. Was it the best you've had so far?
Yes.
Ramen? Everyone says the same. The ramen has been the best. Have you been to Vegan Sushi Bar yet?
No.
It's pretty good also. It's pretty good. But the ramen is probably the best, yes. I'll give you that. Have you had it again? Like, have you had it?
No, I just happened to be in the area yesterday. I didn't realize. I was with my friends, and I just recognized this place, this area. But the ramen place was closed already. It was like after 9 p.m. at this point. And then the park as well.
The park
because it's the same area.
Yeah.
So I was like, wow, I recognize this guy. That's really, really sweet.
Nice.
There were the ducks.
The pigeons were amazingly.
Fijis, yeah.
I got more pigeon food today.
Really?
Well, you know, the usual amount that I have on me now. Yesterday I went to a park in Oster Park. There's a lot of ducks there, and they eat from your hand, and it's so freaking like, it's so ticklish. At least for me, it felt so ticklish when they would eat from my hand. I was just kept laughing whenever I would have like food. And it was very, very cute.
They are adorable.
Yeah. Also, you missed a good swimming session. Did you manage to swim?
No.
Oh no.
No swimming.
No swimming.
Because I don't want to, like, I still want to wait a couple of days before I go and wet these.
But you shower, right?
But that's clear water without bacteria, and then the canal water would be full of bacteria. That's what I'm worried about. Because this is basically fresh wounds still, like.
She got a tattoo in case you're wondering.
But it is tempting to jump in in a body of water on a hot day.
Today is actually quite nice. There's a pretty strong wind, which is quite nice.
To me, it's a bit too much. My hair gets in my face, but you don't have that issue.
Wait, we get another super chat here. Another super chat from Gigliardo. Trolls in chat are victims of human lethargy. Thank you so much, Gigliardo.
Yes.
Well done put. Can we get some W's in the chat for Gigliardo? Bugs get poisoned by the billions to raise vegetables. So then maybe we shouldn't raise a lot of
Again,
vegetables.
with the bag comment, stop it.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't raise so many vegetables to feed to the animals then, huh? Same. You wanna have a conversation? We need lab-grown meat and 3D printed plants.
Companion animals can and should be plant-based.
What is the topic? We're speaking about animal, right? You wanna have a conversation with us?
Yes, why not?
Let's go!
How old are you?
I'm 29.
Are you okay being live on YouTube and TikTok?
Oh, hello. Hi, YouTube. Hi, TikTok.
You wanna come here's the channel view?
Yeah.
Nice. What's your name?
I'm Pomjun.
Pomjun? I'm Chip. Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Where are you from?
So I'm from Milano, Italy.
That's awesome!
Yeah, my parents are from Korea.
Love it. So we're animal rights activists and we're here to speak up for animals. How do you feel
Okay.
about animals?
I love animals.
You love animals. Do you think we should respect animals?
Yes.
Yes. Do you think we could truly respect animals if we pay for products like milk, cheese, eggs, or meat, which exploit them to death?
I mean, so it's actually, I do eat all of the things you said.
Yeah. Think about it this way. Would you eat all of the things I said if they came out of exploitation of a dog?
Of a dog, no.
No. No. So because it's wrong to do that to a dog.
I mean, if you exploit, it's wrong by definition. But you know, when I think about utopian situation in which I live together with animals, then I think there is a way to do that harmoniously. In harmony with the
Kill and eat them?
I mean, yes.
How is that harmonious?
I think that our nature and ecosystem is pretty much based on, you know, also eating each other.
Well, we don't need to. So
Yeah, you're
nature
right.
is based on a necessity, like to
Yes.
kill for necessity. In nature, animals don't kill out. I mean, sometimes they do kill for pleasure, but we don't say that they should do that.
Mostly they do it to
Yeah.
eat.
Yeah, but they do it out of a necessity to eat. We don't need
Yeah.
to eat them, right?
We actually don't, but if I talk for myself, I like to eat it.
Does that justify the violence?
The violence, no, but I think that in terms of someone that eats meat, I feel like this is like my real personal opinion. I think that I should take responsibility, and once in my life, I would like to try to take responsibility of the meat that I ate, and probably I will feel about how I feel about the thing that I've just done. You know?
I mean, killing an innocent animal.
Yes.
How do you
Because
feel about that?
I feel like it's something that me as a person, I only ate animals that other people killed. And that way, the guilt is not even present. So I feel like I will know if I actually do it once, and that will be obviously not something that I would take pleasure.
So, how exactly does it improve the situation for you or the animal?
If you choose to kill an animal, yeah.
I mean, it doesn't improve it. I feel like I will be more conscious then.
Yeah, okay, but like, you know, there's a difference between, have you ever heard of cognitive empathy and like emotional empathy?
Yes. Okay, so I've seen someone kill a chicken in front of me. I felt very bad.
Yeah. Yeah, so just because you don't see it happen, it doesn't mean you're not aware of what's happening, right?
Yeah, I'm totally aware. That's why I feel like I'm not as it's not like I'm heartless and I feel like I don't care about. Also, if you talk about the industry, it's so bad.
Yeah.
Like,
You just want to ignore it, right?
I mean, I feel it's better to ignore it whenever you have a problem or something like
better to
something
ignore
like
the problem.
I mean, it's not the best thing, but I'm
Yeah.
sure that everyone, even the listeners, they are not saints, and there are some things that maybe addiction or mental health or like some people smoke cigarettes. Like you can ask them if that makes them better, and they will say no. Obviously, they know it, but they still do it.
But this is easy, right? Like when it's something that it affects you, it's easy for you to say it's my choice and I can do however I want and I'm not
Yes.
perfect.
And it's,
But when it affects somebody else, it's different, right? Like for example, in the case of mental health, if you're beating somebody because of your mental health, then seek help. If
Yeah,
you're
yeah, right.
smoking in the face of a baby,
You should stop.
then stop.
Yeah.
If you're killing an animal, stop, right? Like the point isn't that we're not saying that it's bad for you. I mean, sure, there's some evidence out there that meat isn't that good for you, but we're saying that it's bad for the animals. They're victims of your choices, and
Yes, they
you
are.
should stop for them. Not like you'll
I mean,
find
not only
a
for
way.
food, right? For even the leather, like there's so many
Exactly.
for it. Like it's
Exactly.
I saw the video just the other day of the male chicks. They just go to the grinder, right? That's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's really fucked up. And
Where did you see that video?
on Instagram.
On Instagram. Yeah.
But you know, I'm from Italy. We have many activists there as well.
Of
Yeah.
course.
There's some of my friends are becoming vegetarian not only because they're becoming vegetarians because of the quality of the meat. So there is a huge difference in like a cow that was raised like grass-fed and a cow that's raised in a cage. And some of them are full of antibiotics.
Yeah, but imagine if we spoke that way about somebody. Like imagine we do an injustice towards a woman and we say
Oh yeah,
there's
that's
a
fucked
huge
up.
difference between.
There's people that eat kids here, also in this country and all of Europe. There's some fucked up thing. We, as a society, we used to also sacrifice kids.
But like, I mean, imagine talking it that way. But you said kids, right? Imagine
Yeah.
if somebody said, I don't want to eat kids because their meat is not high quality enough, right?
Yeah, no, that's fucked up. But
it's fucked up, right? We shouldn't be eating them because they deserve to live, right?
There is some things that people find more acceptable than others.
Yeah.
So for me to eat an
Yeah, but-
animal is much more acceptable than eating a person. They're
Yeah,
not
but-
on the same level.
So whatever you believe, right? Like
Yeah.
from your position,
Yeah.
you have a certain threshold which you find acceptable.
Yes.
But logically speaking, the victim of your choice cannot possibly find that acceptable, right? So
The
for
victim,
example,
no.
yeah. So for example, the person who accepts eating babies, their threshold is different than you, but their
Yeah.
mentality is exactly the same
So
as you.
when someone eats a baby, like they impose their own will onto someone else, right?
Isn't
and
that the
also
same
the
what
baby,
you do?
Yeah,
This is
yes,
exactly
with the
what-
animals, but for me, it's an animal is like I value human life more than an
Yeah.
animal's. That's the
But
only
luckily
thing
we're
that
not.
differs me.
Luckily we're not asking you to kill any humans. We're asking you to not kill any animals because the difference is, it's not whether you value an animal more than a human. It's whether you value an animal more than 10 minutes of taste pleasure.
Okay, so yeah, that's an argument. For me, you know, I don't know how much of a pleasure I can quantify it, but so it's like how much of pain like you're asking me, how much are you gonna eat meat, knowing that I'm causing hurt to something, right?
Is your taste pleasure more important than someone's entire existence?
I mean, I don't ever refer to animals as someone.
Are they objects?
They're animals.
There is someone. We're animals.
We are animals, but
They're individuals. They're
Yeah.
for someone.
They have
well, I know. I
personalities.
can, of course, they have like they also like
They
empathy.
think of themselves as someone. So
Yeah, I mean, I see that. Like
Yeah,
cows
but we
are very
can't-
nice.
We
yeah.
cannot. I understand we can choose to de-individualize them and say they're not a someone. We can choose to do that.
I mean-
but they very much are a someone.
Yeah, you can choose to see and view them as that you want. Some people find cows sacred, and they're very offended if they like listen to me. They will be like, I'm gonna like hit this guy. Like he eats cows. Like if you see any videos of just cuisine and cooking, I like watching cooking videos. They grill meat, And you see sometimes it goes to Indian algorithm and people are appalled. So some people view animals as inferior to humans. Some people value them as much as humans. Some people value some animals more than humans.
But let me explain to you why none of that matters, because we're not asking you to value animals. I don't value you, just to be clear, right? You're a stranger to me, I don't really care.
Yeah, I mean,
just like I'm a stranger to you. If something happens to me, you won't really care what happens tomorrow, right? You'll
No,
just
that's
be
not
like
true.
you'll
That's
be
not
like
true.
weirded out because you had a conversation with
No,
me,
no,
but
no,
you
no,
don't
that's
really
not
know
true.
me enough to know that
You
it
cannot
would have
say
an
that. You
impact.
don't know how
Sure.
much I value
Okay,
you.
let
If
me-
I see a stranger that gets hit,
Let-
some
let- let
people
me
turn
clarify.
around,
Sure.
but I don't. Like,
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to emphasize is that any of these people you see out here, if 3 of them die, I will not be impacted in absolutely any way unless they die in front of me, and then I'll be impacted because I'm reminded of death, and it's a whole different situation,
Yeah,
right? But I don't know who they are. They essentially have zero value to me. But my point isn't that, because my point is this is called extrinsic value, the value we place on other individuals. For example, Anya here has a lot
Yeah.
more value to me than you do, right? Because she's a friend,
Yeah.
and you're the stranger to me. But that doesn't mean I get to cross the line and cut your throat and not hers because you have zero value to me and she has a lot.
Yeah.
Why I recognize is that there is such a thing as intrinsic value. You value your life, she values her life. The reason why I don't harm any of you is not because of the value I place on you, but rather because the value you place on yourself, the value she places on herself, and the value that animals place on themselves.
Okay.
To every single individual on this planet that's sentient, including the animals, their life is everything to them. Their whole existence, their whole experience of life, their whole universe is within their experience of life, within their existence. I would not harm that if there's no need for me to do so. Why would I ever choose to do that? In fact, I don't
Okay.
even care about animals, just to be clear. I don't care about animals, I don't care about humans. I only fight for justice, and I find it extremely unjust and extremely unfair to say, I don't value you, therefore it's okay for me to take your life. Because that's what a racist would say, that's what a sexist would say, that's what any person who discriminates could say.
I
isn't
mean,
it?
I feel like human rights, and like I guess we go back to my starting point in which, okay, first of all, you said that like we're strangers. Now that we've talked, if I just knew like in a few days that anything would happen to you, it wouldn't be like, it's not because I didn't see you or because our opinions differ. I don't care. I could care, and some people could care, but the level of care that you could give to humans, some people just don't give it to animals. Okay, I know.
Doesn't matter.
I know you say it doesn't matter, but it's like
It doesn't matter. Again, like it doesn't matter the care or the value that somebody has towards you. You don't harm them based on the value that they have towards you. In fact, if you annoy me, if you piss me off, if somebody pisses you off, if somebody is mean to you, and that you're like, I hate this person. I fucking hate Trump. Doesn't mean I'll kill him. I know his life means everything to him,
Yeah.
right? Like I wouldn't harm somebody simply because I don't like them. Or I wouldn't say I'm not gonna harm them because I like them. No, I'm not gonna harm them because they wanna live. It's the same with animals. I'm not gonna harm them because they don't wanna be harmed.
But you never answered the question. Is your taste pleasure worth more than someone's existence? Even if you don't consider an animal as someone, is your taste pleasure worth more than an animal's entire existence?
I guess it depends on the animal. So when there are situations in which, like people had to make choices, I'm gonna say just like an example of someone that in a dire situation, even in the last century in this continent, people
I'm
ate
not talking
their.
about that. I'm talking about you right now
Okay,
in
so
a society.
yeah, I will get to it. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're talking. It's like 3 minutes is breath, but I just want to get my point straight. So, some people ate their children out of necessity. Okay,
But
We're not
and
talking
when
about survival
okay,
situation.
it's not a survival situation.
Not no
Some
necessity.
people like if I had a farm and I had like animals that I cared of, probably eating them would be much more difficult than someone else's animal, I suppose. That still doesn't answer my. Is it worth my taste? It depends. How many cows do I have? Like, how much am I attached to a certain cow?
So let me put it this way. What she's asking you is in front of you there's 2 options.
Yeah.
One exploits an innocent animal to death, and one doesn't. You can get food satisfaction from both. The taste is maybe slightly different.
Oh.
But the food satisfaction obviously and nutrition will be on both. So
Yeah.
what exactly justifies putting on this side, choosing the one that exploits an animal to death? whatever the animal, whoever the animal is.
So I eat it for the same reason that you said, for the taste and.
But is
how
that
it
justified? To take away the whole existence of an innocent animal for your taste pleasure that you forget about in a couple of weeks, you forget about that taste pleasure and they lose their whole existence? 10 minutes of pleasure for you means more than their whole existence? That's the question.
I feel like I've never put in that perspective.
But you should.
No, I mean, I should. Like, before eating, I never felt as deep as maybe you have thought about, like, was it worth for this animal to kill?
Well,
So-
we need to think, right? We can't just do
Yeah.
actions based on
That's
how
why-
we feel.
That's why
You say we're
Yeah.
superior to other animals, right?
I feel like I'm superior to animals.
So why don't you act superior then? Because you say you just based everything on your emotions and your feelings. If you truly
Yeah.
think you are superior, why don't you act superior and use your brain and say, is it logical for me to choose to exploit an innocent animal to death when I don't need to? Logically, I know that they, just like me, experience life and don't want to die. Logically, I know that they can't communicate that with me. And maybe I don't see it happening, but I know that if I buy this product, that's what I'll commit this animal to. This animal that's just like me. So how is that logical and fair, knowing that I don't want that to happen to me?
How is it logical and fair knowing? Okay.
I don't think it's about logic.
Say it again.
I don't think it's about logic. I think it's about selfish behavior or not. I think there is a lot of different selfish behaviors.
So it is selfish.
Different levels. It's definitely selfish. I
course,
totally agree with that. It's just about the choice of have I reached the point where I am completely selfless? Have I reached the
Oh, no,
point
let's
where
not-
I
do you
I
know-
think I totally agree. There is some sort of
But it's-
selfish behavior in choosing your pleasure in eating meat, the flavoredness or whatever comes with it, over the wellness of a being
The
or
whole
whatever
life.
type of being or whatever life. I
Of a
think it's
sentient
just a
being, yeah.
matter of like I've not reached that complete peace or like selfless behavior or mental state
Would you
where
do
I
that to
can
a dog?
say I wouldn't do that to a dog. I wouldn't do that to a cat. I wouldn't do that
Is
to
it because
a
you
lot
haven't
of
reached-
different.
why not
I
if-
think it's more of a. It's not even fair to call it culture. It's more like how you've grown up,
Indoctrination.
right? Indoctrination, definitely
Yeah.
indoctrination. You grow up and you eat meat, and that happens. You see people eating meat. You start eating meat, and that gives you a separation.
Yeah, but like-
you get kind of
This isn't about being selfless, by the way. I'm not a selfless person.
No,
right?
definitely.
This isn't
I'm
about
not saying that you're
This-
completely selfish. I'm saying that on the level of choosing between your pleasure in eating a being of whatever kind, you prefer to choose that being stays well.
so
and,
does-
and that's some sort of
so
selfless
self-
behavior in that specific area. I think there are a lot of things you can be selfish or not selfish.
So the reason why I have a problem with the word selfish or selfless in this situation is because selfish would be me, throwing a balloon of water at you, right? It's selfish. I get some enjoyment out of it. You guys get wet and you kind of sucks for your day and you move on. But it's
Is
not
that-
selfish
exactly
for me. It's not selfish for me if I get
Choosing you
pleasure by watching your guts gushing out, like me,
Oh, that's definitely
me
not something-
stabbing you, right?
you're
Like that's
ignoring
not
that.
selfish. That's just something beyond that. That's just something me being sick to some extent.
But we
right?
don't
But when
go
it comes
on
to the
television
animals,
and watch
I know you
that all
don't.
day,
I know.
right?
I
That's
know
not
you
something
don't
we
see
take
it
pleasure.
happening. But
Yeah.
what exactly is the difference between somebody who gets pleasure from watching it and somebody who gets pleasure from the product that comes out of doing it, knowing
That's
that
definitely the point. I
right?
think
They're
it's,
both pleasureful things, and they're both logically you acknowledge that an individual has to go through this process of being exploited and killed to death.
but you can make that argument about a lot of things. You can make that out as you said, like sexism, right? You like men or women that take pleasure of their sex or anything that is involves exploiting another human being, but it could be anything. That's selfishness to me. It's definitely a different level. It's definitely.
And if you're ever
actually,
faced
it's
with
probably
the
the same level. It's the same type of selfishness, but you choose that one is not acceptable and the other is acceptable.
No, none of it is acceptable. So let me put it this way:
Definitely,
if you're
but-
faced with the option between exploiting a human and not, it would be wrong to choose to exploit
Of
the
course,
human.
of course.
If you're faced
Like,
with
it's
the
wrong
option
to
between
exploit the-
exploiting an animal or
It's
not, it's wrong to
definitely-
exploit
it's
the
definitely
animal.
wrong.
So then it's wrong
nobody's
for you
saying
to
that it's
consume
wrong.
animal products.
It's definitely wrong.
Okay, so
I-
then
I'm
why
tot- I
not
totally-
change?
I think you need to get to that point of feeling
But you don't
that
have to
you're
go by
ready. It's
feeling. That's what
about
I
being-
mean, right? You claim superiority over animals. Animals act
it's a
out of
choice.
instinct and feelings, right?
It's definitely.
It's like you claim superiority would mean you act out of your, you use that intelligence to act, not just to think, because thinking means nothing in this context. So choosing to act would mean doing something about it. It means, oh, cognitively I understand that they don't want to be hurt. I understand it's bad, so I won't do it.
It's definitely a logical type of argument, and
Yeah.
I totally understand it. I think it's at the end of the day, it comes to a personal choice, and also being
Personal
ready
choice,
to leave
stop.
something.
I'm sorry, but personal choice stops when it involves somebody else, because then it stops being personal,
There
right?
are
It's not my personal choice to stab people. That you can't call that a personal choice. That's already that's not a personal anymore, because it doesn't just affect me; it affects others.
There are victims involved.
Yeah.
Then it's
There is
no
definitely
longer-
victim involved. Again, I think that there is a different level when you have to decide one thing or the other. There is no argument when it comes to human life. There is no argument when it comes to a lot of different things. There is no argument even when it comes to an animal's life. There is just it's just a different way of. It's
You
more.
said so many words.
It's
and
about
yet you said
readiness. I think it's
literally
about being ready.
Well, can I ask you a
Currently,
question?
I would say yeah, I would want to, but tomorrow I would like once I see or I smell the meat that my mom has made at home, I would probably eat it. I think at a certain point, maybe in my life, I will come to the realization that that's not something I want to do anymore. Maybe if I had been watching, on TV how they slaughter animals more than I have been eating
wanna watch- you
animals,
wanna see
I
it
would
now?
probably be much more.
You should watch them slaughterhouse footage if you need it. Otherwise,
Probably I
you're
should.
just ignorant
Probably I
and you're
should.
choosing to keep the distance between yourself and these practices because you want to stay comfortable in your comfort
Yeah.
zone as well.
Probably.
You shouldn't be
Probably.
okay with it because they're your victims right now, and you should be okay with that kind of impact that you have. On them.
Probably.
Can I ask you
I will
something?
think of it. But
What
again,
if like an animal dies without like my interference and no one else's interference?
If you accidentally hit a dog with your car and your first instinct is, I'm gonna make a barbecue out of them, I think it's fucked up, but I wouldn't stand on the street to tell you to
Okay.
stop.
So like, what if it's not even a car and just like some more?
If your dog
appetite animal
dies,
for me?
if
Like-
your dog
like,
dies
what if
of,
I-
if your dog dies of old age and your first instinct is, tonight we're eating meat, I wouldn't be on the street telling you not to do it. I myself wouldn't do it. I think it's fucked up. I still think it's a form of objectifying that individual.
Okay.
But
Well,
I
morally,
wouldn't,
it will be
but
more-
I wouldn't
You
tell
wouldn't-
you, please
I wouldn't
don't do
cause,
it.
I wouldn't cause victims. In that
Yeah,
case.
that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't
Okay.
tell you to do it. It's just you have to understand also context, right? Like context in a context when, for example, let's put it this way: in a context when women were fighting for their rights, which was happening, right?
Still happening.
It's still happening, yes. A woman choosing to say, well, like especially when it's like the race is tight and we need to say, women want to do whatever they want to do. If a woman chooses to say, well, I don't think women should have the right to speak up or something like that, right? That can be extremely detrimental in such a context, right? Because in that context, when women are fighting for their rights, choosing for a voice of a woman to be used in that way could be more detrimental, right? So in the same way, when you choose to do this in a society where we objectify animals, you choosing to objectify animals, even if you're not actually causing harm, can still be detrimental. But again, like I wouldn't be on the street telling you not to do it, because my problem is creating victims, individuals like you who are sentient, who want to live. They don't want to be put in a slaughterhouse. They don't want to be used. They want to be treated like an object. And it is what we're saying is a thing. It's a fight against speciesism. Have you guys heard of speciesism?
It's like
It's
not really.
discrimination based on species, which is what you're doing right now, right? None of us chose the species we're born in, yet you think that if they're born a dog, pet them, love them. If they're born a cow, cut their throat out, right? Like, it's a discrimination, and it's very much in line with sexism, with racism,
I
with
think
all
it's
of these
like
things.
more utilitaristic So
it's
a
not
dog
even
can
utilitarian.
guard.
It's
So-
not even that because
Oh, it's
first
totally that. I wouldn't use a cow to guard my garden, and I wouldn't eat a dog because
Sure.
it has no meat.
Chihuahua-
If you are
a
utilitarian.
Chihuahua has more meat than a chicken. Utilitarian
Does?
argument, yeah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it does.
Really?
A chicken is like this small, a Chihuahua is like this, so it does has more meat.
No, chickens
So-
are like you got chickens, right?
No, those are chickens bred for eggs. The chickens that we breed for meat are this big.
Okay.
Yeah. So a Chihuahua again has more meat than a chicken.
Chihuahua is-
And Chihuahua won't defend your house. So are you saying from a utilitarian perspective? Because again, we have to make resources out of them. After all, they're not like us. They're in a different category, right? Women should be used as resources. We should see the utility out of them. If they can't make a sandwich for me, what the fuck is the point of them existing in the first place, right?
I mean,
It's the same for all
I
animals.
think, like,
It's the fact that I can't get utility from them. What is the point of them even existing if I can't get utility from them?
Well, I
Why
think
is it that we
some
see them as
animals
this
are-
way? It's
Why
not
do
fair,
we
is it?
to like love some animals more than others?
Love whoever you want more than others. I don't care about
I
that.
think
Just don't
it's
oppress
more
them.
of it's objective that there is some sort of like, wrong in eating animals. If you think of the logical aspect of it, is normal. It's unlogic. It's not nice. It's not a good thing. It's wrong. Again, I believe it's a matter of being ready or not. When you want to prove your point, it makes sense to make an argument and tell people why is logically bad, because most of the times you need to prove to people that is wrong because they don't believe the life of an animal is as valuable as the life of a human being, and that's the point you need to prove. The truth is that we know that most people that eat meat, they probably know it's wrong somewhere in their mind. Is that they're not ready and selfless or again ready to
This
leave
isn't a
that out of
virtue.
their life.
This isn't a virtue.
It isn't at all. It isn't at all.
This is a moral obligation.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's more it's an obligation maybe. I don't think that it's set yet. Not in my mind. I eat meat. I've eaten meat.
But you
Maybe
don't. If you wanna say something, don't say I eat meat. Say I oppress animals. I am violent towards animals because that's what you're doing.
I mean, that's the language
Saying-
you're using.
But,
though.
but,
It's
but the
like,
language that
It's a-
you're
it's a
using is
language.
very easy for you. I put something in my mouth.
It's not very easy.
I put a
I'm just-
product
I'm
in my
just
mouth.
saying
Like,
that
you-
you're
So what
never
about the
gonna
individuals?
change a person's
What-
mind
this
until
isn't
they're ready. I
this
think
isn't
there
about this isn't about the products or about you. This is about the innocent victims. So if you want to make a statement about what your relationship is to
I'm
these
not making a
victims,
statement.
don't
Just-
make a
I'm just
statement that it is
explaining that-
towards the product. Make the statement that it is towards the victims. I am violent towards animals. Okay.
I'm not.
And I'm,
not
ready to
violent
stop.
towards animals.
But
I
you are.
do eat meat.
You are violent. Hold this for a second. I'll show you. I'll just be. You're,
Just a moment.
I mean,
Just a
we're
moment.
just-
I'll
our-
give you this. Just open it at your discretion and tell me that none of this is violence. Okay.
With
Wait,
pleasure, no.
So, how do you feel like being a part of?
Is this not violence?
Yes, this is violence.
This is every day in the meat industry. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? This is dairy products. This is for milk. This is violence. On top of
fucked
the
up.
rape that you don't see happening here, for dairy cows being raped, on top of the other animals being raped for reproduction. Because the only way these animals reproduce in the numbers that they do is because we rape them so that they reproduce in the numbers that we do. Like really, like I understand you don't see it happening, but you can't choose ignorance. Like that's
I'm
not.
choosing it.
So
I'm,
you
I'm,
are.
I'm
Okay.
pretty aware.
Wait. That's why at the my first response, I don't know if you remember it, is that I would have wanted to try to have the sin of killing.
I don't think that is.
Yeah, that's
really
fucked
the
up.
point.
But I feel like I have to know what it feels like. I don't know if you feel wrong.
You do not have to. And
I
it
know
doesn't
you- I
help
don't-
anyone.
I know rape is wrong without having to feel like what it's like
Yeah,
to be know
of
that
course,
it's
that's
wrong. I'm
fucked up.
sorry, but no, we
But
don't
you're
have
making
to.
the same
Like
arguments
when whenever I eat fish,
No,
I
you
will like.
already know it's wrong. It's more like you need to be traumatized by seeing it for real, which could be even literally a magazine where you see it. Again,
Or just stop.
Yeah.
The alternative
Really,
is just not
honestly,
to involve
like-
yourself in this brutality.
Like you're, just to be clear right now, you're in a position where you're defending violence towards animals, right? If you take a step back and think
I
about
don't
it,
think we are.
and you are in a position where you can choose otherwise, and you are
can
because
definitely
you are
choose. You can
defending that
definitely
you are defending that this thing continue happening to animals. You are defending that this let's continue doing this because you enjoy yum yums in your tummy. Like for real, like this is what you're defending, and like just for you it's nothing, just choosing a different product, whatever inconvenience you have. For us it's just an inconvenient thing at first, and then the inconvenience even goes away. For them it's life and death. Like we cannot possibly put it a scale and say no, my this small tide of inconvenience means more than the whole existence of a being. Like how much privilege do we need to have to say that my inconvenience, a little bit of inconvenience,
So can I ask you something?
to
What if
change the whole existence of a life?
you're talking about like how many like resources and the context, right? What if do you think that like hunter gatherers are like what about I know what about hunter gatherers? Do you feel like they're morally more wrong than maybe me that I have
Did
a
they do it
choice?
out of necessity?
Yes.
You don't. Necessity
I mean,
justifies
yeah. So
a
that's
lot
my
of things.
so my question is, if their whole lifestyle is about hunting the animals directly.
It's in the context of necessity.
Okay, so you know that in cities it's not like you can go hunt.
So just to be clear, the human beings who crashed into the Andes ended up cannibalizing. They started eating humans. In a situation of necessity, I wouldn't be like, how the fuck, why, how dare you do that? It's okay. Necessity justifies a lot of awful things. But
I don't think
but
so,
if
but-
they come back home and they start eating humans, then I would slap the shit out of them and be like, wake up, right? You can't justify in a situation when there's no necessity, you can't justify horrendous acts. You can't say when there's no necessity for me, I'll take the life of an animal because it's convenient for me. We can't say I'll take the life of an animal because I always grew up doing it.
So there is a
These are not
context
good
in
enough.
which you could actually kill and eat an animal.
If
if
it's
out of necessity.
yes. If an
Okay.
animal attacks me, and
Yeah.
the only way for me to survive is to kill them, I don't have a problem with that. Nobody's saying killing is wrong. What we're saying is objectifying them, treating them as inferior, or like treating them as resources, saying because I have power over you, it's justified for me to enslave you, rape you, and kill you. Because that's what you're doing when you're buying this product.
Exploitation is wrong. Killing
Yeah.
is fine in some circumstances.
Yeah, and on your side is just a product. I get it. You only see it as a product, but we're not talking about the product. I don't have a problem with any product.
Okay.
The problem is what happens to these animals when you buy these products.
Okay, so I totally understand.
And
I
because
feel
you
like
buy
we
them.
can agree that exploitation is wrong. In terms of how much it impacts me after this conversation, I could say that I can add animals exploitation is something that I believe is wrong into my list.
But
so
you will
it gets-
continue to support it for some reason.
I'm not saying that. So what I was saying is that I will put, like, exploitation as a whole is bad. The more I learn personally about the world, in terms of more about people in general, there is so much work that we have to do, and the system is rigged towards exploitation. Whether
None of
it's
this justifies you choosing to
No, no.
exploit innocent
I mean,
animals.
that's not what I said. What I'm saying is that in my personal view, when I feel like the whole a lot of things that is I believe is wrong, I could put animals, killing animals or eating animals is wrong. So if you wanted that, maybe that was your goal, maybe you reached
No,
it.
I'm an advocate for the animals. I'm here
Okay.
to get you to stop oppressing animals.
And I think
mean,
that
it's
challenging
paid,
thought is good, and this is definitely something that the next time I see whatever or I see meat on my plate, I would think about it. I'm not sure if I'm not gonna eat it today.
Thinking about
after
it doesn't
this.
make any difference to you or these animals.
It definitely doesn't. That said, I think it's what I mean, BJ, what you were saying is like, maybe we're not choosing the right battles. Maybe this battle is something that we're not choosing. We're
No, we're not asking you to
disregarding
fight.
it.
We're just asking you to not be the enemy. We're not asking you to fight against. We're asking you to don't be the enemy. Don't be
That's
the
really
one
true.
that's
So
killing.
there-
It's
in
the
the
same
supermarket.
of like things that
is
hurt
very
the planet,
cultural.
right? The environment. There are a
Those are
lot of things that hurt the
cultural
environment, and the
A lot of
environment
fucked up things
is
are
as much as a living being as the animal. So that is also another battle. There's also like using.
You can't tell me you care about the environment. So I'm sorry, but if you care about the
I'm
environment,
not talking about like I'm not saying that I do that better than I eat meat, but I definitely have more of a care in like the things I do daily that affect the environment.
So why don't you? Why aren't you vegan for the environment? Why aren't you plant-based for the environment then?
Sorry, say it again.
Why aren't you plant-based for the environment? Your environmental footprint is 4 times larger because you consume meat.
There are a lot of those things. We could make an argument for
No, this
everything.
is
Even
the
using
absolute,
AI
I'm sorry.
is
I'm
against
sorry.
the
Using
environment.
AI, it's like there's a compare. If you compare it with using AI, that's a very interesting comparison.
No, I'm not
But
comparing.
your
I'm
footprint,
saying there are so many
your
arguments that you
footprint,
can make. And
your
this is-
footprint
they're all
alone,
wrong.
your footprint alone for choosing to consume animal products is that of I think like 2 million tokens or something like that when it comes to AI. Like you're at a place where you're like monumentally worse every single day for the environment if that's what you care about. The best thing an individual can do on this planet right now if they cared about the environment is to adopt a plant-based diet. The single best thing. Nothing compares to that. You can still fly and like if you even if you stop everything you're doing, no more flying, no more CO2, nothing else, but you still consume animal products, you're still worse off than a vegan who flies, than a vegan who has a private jet even. So like the whole point is ridiculous. Because because
has private jets.
do you know how much we have to grow to feed to the animals? Do you know how much food? Do you know how much food waste? Do you know how badly it is for people in poor countries?
Sorry, guys,
I
I'm
cannot
stopping
quantify,
you.
but
We need to.
Thank you for the
We need to drive for
time.
12 hours, so we're just
Great
gonna.
job. I feel like this
I'm
is
not gonna
something
shake your hands.
closer.
I hope you get to no longer be violent towards animals. Okay.
Okay.
If you're against
Even in gar-
exploitation, you should be vegan. It's that simple and it's extremely
Okay.
easy.
So you're not
It
gonna
is.
even shake my hands if we're
That's
talking?
fine.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay, we
It's
understand.
not like I'm offended, but you know.
We all have.
I hope you don't get offended.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
I
Yeah.
won't.
Great talk. Bye-bye.
Okay. Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Can I know which channel?
Sure.
Oh,
I'll give
the
you a
card
card.
there.
Yeah. Here you go. You have my card here. There's a documentary here called Dominion. Give that a watch. Okay. You'll see what we mean. Have a good one.
They, we do not shake hands with them because they exploit animals and they kept giving excuses to continue to do so. Therefore.
Exactly. And they didn't want to do any commitment, no commitment whatsoever. Like I shake hands with people who make a commitment, but people who don't make commitments at all, no.
The girl, she said so much, but she also said nothing. That was quite amazing. She kept explaining things, and she actually managed to make them more unclear that way. That's talent.
Yeah. What's your clothes and shoes made of?
Cotton mostly,
Yeah.
rubber.
And some synthetic
You
material.
stepped to me. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah, she did say a lot of empty nothing. It was really difficult to listen to her. And then you would say something, and she said, "No, that's not what I mean."
You lost? Well, she said that our argument is better and we're more logical, so it just sounds like you didn't listen, huh?
Yeah, but I get it because it was quite challenging listening to her. Didn't really make sense.
Mosquitoes have feelings too. That's okay, don't kill mosquitoes.
I also, yeah, I never shake hands with animal abusers.
She just said that to make you feel better.
No, she was honest. She was actually very, very honest.
She was, yeah, it was pretty clearly honest. Yeah. And also, it doesn't really matter because the logic is not about feelings. Even if she feel whether she felt it or not, logically we know we were in the right, so it doesn't matter.
It's not about winning.
Yeah.
It's not about winning whatsoever. It's about standing up for the animals.
But after your conversation, did she become vegan? So you didn't win. But this isn't about winning. I was just as Anya said. It's about respecting the rights of animals. I hope a lot of you who listen to this conversation, maybe if you're not vegan, at least you understood some parts of it. I hope you at least got educated on some things, right? The reason why we have these conversations live is so that the non-vegans can understand that, like, there really is no logical argument against it. As you see, any form of conversations we have, there really is no logical argument against it. Veganism is the absolute most logical thing, and it's the most logical position you can be in. If there's no need to exploit an innocent animal, don't exploit an innocent animal. That's just what veganism is. Simple. It really isn't that difficult.
So difficult. Oh, the crazy concept.
Yeah.
Choosing not to exploit someone, wild idea.
Insane.
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 Impossible.
Insane. Yeah. That girl next to Chip was at the far right march.
It was my twin.
Oh yeah, you do have a twin.
I do have a twin, yes.
But there's people who say all sorts of weird shit. I'm like,
So many weird comments.
Yeah.
So many of them.
you know, whenever people are challenged and they realize they're in the wrong, they lash out.
Panic.
Yeah,
Panic.
it's
Like, what do I
panic
say?
and
What do I
lashing
do?
out. Let's make them look bad so that don't have to listen to them. Because if the logic comes out of somebody who looks bad, then you cannot listen to the logic anymore. Well, that's an ad hominem fallacy, and it's not a good one. You vaccinated? Yes, I follow the logical reason to get vaccinated. What the fuck do you mean? Vaccines are the best inventions humans have made for our health.
Yeah, I do have a twin. Fun fact about me. Non-vegan, unfortunately, but I'm working on her.
Yeah. Can I thank you guys for your activism?
Suddenly
Yes.
they're like talking about these vaccines.
Vaccines
Why?
tested on animals. Yeah, I disagree with that. But nothing I can do about it, can I? Me refusing to take a vaccine will not make a world, would not abolish the system, would it? And again, being vegan means if you have no alternative, don't choose the. If you have an alternative, choose the alternative.
Veganism just means,
Don't exploit animals.
yeah, it just means not exploiting.
Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. You know, I appreciate everyone who is here. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the
also
moderators.
appreciate-
Subscribe to Anya, B12 Babe. You still have the link over here pinned in the comment. Are you also on TikTok?
Yes.
TikTok also B12 Babe?
Yes.
TikTok B12 Babe, also TikTok.
Yeah.
Follow her on TikTok also.
When I go live, I will try to also go live on TikTok.
Yeah,
We'll see how
yeah.
that goes.
Yeah, and you know, like maybe a lot of you haven't really typed in the comments and you've been discouraged by the comments and you're like, what the hell is going on there? Please don't be discouraged by the comments. Please acknowledge that we're trying to be logical. We're trying to have conversations with people. And the reason why we have these logical conversations with people is because we're trying that in case you have maybe one of those arguments, you hear it out loud and maybe you think for yourself. If you do have more questions and more arguments, you know, once we close the stream, please drop a comment, and a lot of vegans, a lot of us are more than willing to help you out. Like this isn't a I win, you win situation, right? We're not here to win. We're here to get you to understand that there's no reason for you to exploit animals and that it is wrong to do so.
You talk so fast.
Sorry. Thank you so much. Somebody who did the super chat, Zevik, sent 5 memberships. Thank you so much, Zevik. Can we get some W's in the chat for Zevik? CR, don't worry about it. You don't have to. Thank you for that, but you don't have to be. Yeah.
Thank you.
So everyone, if you're not convinced, if you don't understand what it is that we're saying, watch the 3-minute video. It's in the description of the stream on YouTube. I don't know, on TikTok I don't think it is, but on YouTube it is. The 3-minute, it's a 3-minute, it takes 3 minutes out of your life. Three. I don't
That's
know, how do you say
nothing.
3? Like this or like this? Or like this?
Three.
Like this? Ah, the German way. Interesting, I say it
German
like
way?
this.
Really?
Yeah, that's the German
The only
way.
correct way. 3 minutes?
I don't know, some
That's
people say it
how
like
long
this.
it
3.
takes to boil water for tea.
This is the easiest though, huh? 3 minutes out of your life. That's how long it takes, okay? Soy Daddy put it right here in the chat. Thank you so much, Soy Daddy.
Thank you.
Soy Daddy. 3 minutes out of your life, you learn a little bit what it is that we're talking about, and then you get to make your choices. We're not here to force you in any situation. Chip is doing it like Janet Jackson in Rhythm Nation. I don't know what that is, but sure. This is the American way, I guess, right? That's how they do it in the US. And somehow in Romania, that's also how they did it. Chip does Roman salutes. Is that the Roman salute? Whatever. I'll see you in the next one. Probably Tuesday. Tuesday will be the next one. So I'll see you in the next one, okay? And subscribe to
Thank you,
everybody.
everybody. Bye.